1 second and I'll be ready. Hello, everybody. I am Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobait. And a lot's happened since last we caught up. Looks like we have follows from Frosty Folk, Pyro Fluffing with Headpats, 49, Many Sharp Teeth, Ferisu, Sleepless, Ryuka Balain, sorry, JD969, Monomogu, Frubin, Dream Nav, a resub from Zeet, a resub from Hopefully Human, a gifted sub from Zeet to Tiny, 100 bits from Latent, and a resub from Tazana. Can we get some love in the chat for our follows, subs, resubs, and bits. Thank you for the headpats. How y'all doing today? I got more carrots with me again, so there might be some crunchy moments. Doing okay, could be better. Definitely doing. Sunday was Tiny's birthday. Well, it's a little belated, but happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tiny. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I bought my first car today. Congratulations, Frostbite. Good, but how am I? Full honesty, it hasn't been a stellar week. Thank you for the headbats. Yesterday was particularly rough, and today my brain is being also very mean to me. So, on some level, I did want to. Thank you for the headbats. I did want to stream at least once before the next few days, and before Babscon and all that stuff. I'm glad that I'm streaming today. I missed this. Oh, thank you for that, pets. Yeah, I chose to make today's stream a little bit more easygoing. My morning was a mess, and I also didn't know I broke my headphones charging cord until today. I did find a replacement at home. I'm glad that you found a replacement. Oh, thank you. Y'all have been so good with headpats today. Not just myself. I think it's the meds. We'll see. I mean, oh, thank you. Aw, thank you for the love. Aw, y'all are too sweet. I will say this. I'm really happy that I took the course that I was in for anxiety management. Although ironically, I couldn't attend yesterday's course, which means I gotta wait a few weeks before I can mark day 4 as done. But that's different. The thing that I'm happy about with it is being able to catch myself in a moment where it's like, oh, I'm being mean to myself, or my brain is that's not true. I'm just being, I'm beating myself up or something. Hello, Annie Bell. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well today. And a hydrate that I can do. I just realized that the gain on my mic is up pretty high. How's that? A little better? Oh, thank you for the headpats. Maybe more like there. Yeah. Good. I've been trying to keep the gain low so it's easier to compress when I do get loud. I don't know. I've noticed that my mic will clip out sometimes, especially when I laugh really high. So, when it does happen, yeah. I wish I had more to say. It feels like this many days away from streaming is not common. And then taking extra time away from... Thank you for the boop. Sunday we got out with a couple of friends in Magic Kingdom, and one of them proposed to the other, and he said yes, so we got to see an engagement as well. That's fantastic. And congratulations to the new couple. We talk about the games you played with Blitzy. Sure. That was a really fun time. So over the weekend, Blitzy VTuber had a little streamathon, and on Saturday, I was part of Mario Kart, and dare I say, I did pretty darn well. Held my own against some pretty good players, and it was just a really fun time. And on Sunday, I was originally just going to join for golf with friends, but Blitzy actually Blitzy pinged me and was like, "Hey, can you pop in for Smash?" And I was like, "Well, sure, but I don't have the game downloaded. I need to re-download that, and it's going to take this much time." And I hopped into the call and hung out while it downloaded, and then it got done. And I I didn't know I rocked with DK that well either. I was very surprised at that. Although some of you might have also caught a moment of mine that was not so proud in the stream clips section of the Discord server. There was a part where I was very confident that I was gonna, yep, that was you. Here, Blitzy, and then I got the bananas punched out of me, and then I fell into that barrel and I kept hitting it the wrong way. That was a really fun time. And then golf with friends was, well, golf with friends. It is the Mario Party of the mini golf game world, and it was still a lot of fun. I said the thing. Wait, which thing? I was dying laughing that day. Oh my gosh, that moment was just like, thank you. Here, let's see. um, thank you all for the head pats. I know the tone's a little off for what I usually do. I like to have, if any of you are new here, I tend to have Yearbeat playing in the background. Oh, thank you. And I'll speak with a little bit higher of a cadence and all. Goodness. Hey, Mikotan. I'm glad that I'm streaming. I'll put it that way. How about yourself? Hyrule Fight Club, that's right. Ah, yes. That was a good time. Yesterday it was that felt like yesterday. The weekend was a lot of fun. Although I'm also glad that I took yesterday off to let my voice recover. So I can't share too much, but just been very busy. Got a lot of stuff done over the weekend. I'm glad that you got stuff done, but although it also makes sense that that you're very busy, probably got a lot on your plate for the next little bit. I think there's a couple of things I need to get back to you on that too. Now that I think about it. I'll see. Hydrate. I'll do that. I'm sorry my tone is so somber today. I notice. So, sorry. Earlier I was talking about, thank you. One of the tools that I learned from that class that I'm in. And one of those was basically being able to catch yourself in a thought process. And between yesterday and today, I was able to kind of catch myself in states of, I guess, reacting more strongly than I needed to. And while it didn't make things magically better right away, it did help. It at least, it gave me some context, I'll put it that way. I don't know why. It is 72.7 in here, but my nose and feet have been frozen all day today. I did that hydrate. Whether it's in recognizing when it's okay to be frustrated or recognizing something that I did wrong. It's just been interesting to catch myself in certain states and modes and things like that. And part of why today is so easygoing is because just over the last couple days, it's been a lot. And I'd really like to just be able to focus on Babscon in the days ahead, or just some other things that I won't be getting into. Uh, Tiny and said friend. Oh, thank you. Tiny and said friends got me back into Pokemon Go. Tiny got a perfect Groudon, and I got a shiny 3-star Groudon on that raid day. That's fantastic. Yeah, and you were at like Disney World, right? It's my understanding that the Disney properties are pretty good for Pokemon Go. Hello, Caitlin. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you. Um, if you're okay sharing any updates to the paperwork you filed. Oh, about name and gender marker? There's no updates on that at the moment. If you're talking about filing as a business, I just still need to find a publication to send it to, scan the paperwork, and send it. The issue is the scanner. I need to find a way to scan it, and I don't I don't have it. So I could probably find a way to do it with my phone. I think I've done that before, actually, now that I think about it. I remember there's some documents that I had to scan during a redacted, and that was that. Got back home from my brother's wedding on Sunday. As I expected, my gender dysphoria hit like a semi, which caused me to break down crying. Luckily, my brother is super supportive and was fine with letting me leave early. Caitlin, I'm so sorry that that it got that intense. Yeah, weddings are super big for that, aren't they? Like, you and I, you and I have that in common. Where I remember there were weddings that I attended before I came out, where it was just like, oh, my heart. Not being able to attend, because I feel like, and mind you, no, let me shift how I'm talking about this. I'm sorry. I'm glad that your brother is supportive and understanding, and I also hope that that your brother and his new wife are in for a lifetime of a wonderful relationship. Over the weekend, I had the 5 stages of grief, and now that I'm at the end of it, meaning I'm just denying the denial, I'm more willing to talk to my therapist next time and go, Gamer, that's fantastic. And that's the thing, being mindful of that cycle can do so much for you. It actually takes you out of the cycle because you're like, wait a minute, this is what's going on. And it takes a little bit of practice to be like, wait a minute, that's not what's going on. It's more like this. What's going on with that? And it's hard because our brains and even our bodies want to react a certain way. We're used to our existing methods. Thank you for that, Bets. We're used to the ways that we deal with things. Gosh, my microphone stand does not want to stay there. Just help me out of it with my mom, as she has told me that I'm a lot happier going down this road. And even though I'm still in denial, I'm still taking what my mom has told me and running with it. That's fine. And it's worth taking these moments of like catching things and keeping it close to our heart. So even when we're done being in denial, we can look at it. It's okay. We have our ups and downs. Just remember that deep down, you are important to everyone here. You appreciate and love dearly for being you. Thank you, Hannah. And thank you for your kind words earlier. And hello, Periwinkle. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well today. Sorry for the somber tone, or at least the quiet tone. If words are hard for me usually, then right now it's hard mode. It's interesting too because when we're in that pattern of like recognizing that we're thinking a certain way, thank you. When we realize that we're thinking a certain way, even if we do pull ourselves out of it, it's amazing. And something that I'm glad that I learned from that course is that even pulling yourself out of that cycle doesn't mean that those feelings go away. It's just that you're more mindful of what's going on. Um, there was a point yesterday where I kind of got myself out of an anxious moment and realized that I was still very frustrated and upset. And I was kind of able to, instead of having to deal with this jumble of going on in my head and my heart, I was able to kind of process each emotion or each set of emotions at a time. Didn't make it all magically better, but it made it simpler. I'll put it that way. Speaking of weddings, Tiny and I were invited to the wedding, and they're both super supportive. And in addition, Bulba and Mikey and Tiny were the people I went out and wore a skirt in public with for the first time. So maybe I can work up the courage to wear a dress to their wedding down the line, depending on multiple factors. Celine, I hope that that works out. That would be fantastic. Um, is it all right if I get on the subject about like weddings in general? Because I feel like talking about my own issues and such can be a little bit too heavy. Um, yeah, because I remember weddings, like some of the last weddings I attended before I came out. That was definitely a thing. Like, ooh, ouch. I want to look like that. I want my formal wear to be dresses and heels and not generic suit. Don't get me wrong. I looked good in a suit. Probably still do. In fact, probably better now. Um, but there is something about rituals and the perhaps arbitrarily gendered approach to them. Whether or not it's necessary for any particular reason, it's still there. One thing is actually getting me through this, other than my mom's a phrase. Are you ever going to be ready? No, then just do it. That makes sense, honestly, um, because waiting until you're ready, it could never happen. Um, I think something that I've actually been learning lately, and even some of the issues around that may come with it, is to be more bold. There's a lot of tweets that I'll write out and then second guess and I'll hold it back, or messages that I want to write out to people, and I'll overthink it and I'll pull it back. Um, and what's helped me with that is to be frank, was it TBF? Women in suits is great, but I'm is sippy, but I don't like it on me. Like with the idea of tall women, yeah, that's the thing. We can be harsh on ourselves about things like, oh yeah, that's great on everyone. What about you? Well, hold on, hold on. No, no, no. We must be logically consistent, of course. If we like a thing and we are that thing, then we are worth liking. It's not so much not second guessing myself. Sometimes that second guessing is there for a reason, but I guess it's the second guessing in and of itself. Not letting that get in the way. If you should stop yourself from a certain action, then do it. Do stop yourself. But in some cases, I was letting the fact that I was second guessing be enough to hold me back. I've been so busy the last couple months. I feel so warm hearing your voice again, Mr. Stream's Raisin. It is so good to hear from you again. And I'm glad. I'm a guy and I'd probably feel weird in a suit also, but people in suits look really cool. Whatever your style is probably good. That's fair, Befomlet. Sorry, your name is very clever. It is interesting. I didn't dislike suits before, before before hopping the fence, as it were. And hell, I would probably still look pretty good in one now. But there is something weird about suits, I guess. Hello again. Good to see you. Do I remember right again, by the way, that you reached a pretty cool milestone on a recent video of yours? I want to congratulate you on that, if so. I think I saw that in the server and I didn't get around to congratulating you on that, so congratulations. I always think that people should get to wear the things they feel awesome in. Honestly, yeah. I feel you on that. I think with weddings, how do I say? This topic makes me think of your song, I'm okay with that. Wow, okay. Talk about going way back. I love suits, I hate boring suits. Yeah, that makes sense. Gosh, I need to go back and listen to that set of my old work. TH, I think I would look better in a suit or more androgynous formal wear, but that's just me. I'm pretty uncomfy in dress. If I'm able to mix the two, I'm all for it. There are like, uh, there are like tailored business suits with like the pencil skirt. That's always a look. That's always a look. I'm doing the pacha, just sublime. Um, and honestly, I'll take any dresses y'all don't want. As long as I fit in them. Feels so weird hearing that as old work. I remember finding your YouTube channel for the first time. That was one of the newer songs on it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, we have some OGs in here. Goodness gracious. That was like just around My Life as a Pixel Volume 2. That was over a decade ago. Gosh, time is going by so quickly. And like the one non-Eurobeat song with the rose thumbnail. I feel like that was probably, I mean, that is a more recent one. The one with the rose, I feel like that's the villain version of The World One Dream Away. Crunch time. Over a decade ago, Discord. Yeah, we don't need to make me feel older. Or that my hair isn't big enough to balance a big, nice dress. I feel like, I mean, aesthetically, it makes some sense, but if you want to wear something nice, just wear it. That's something that you're wearing for you, not necessarily for other people. Although, you know, I say that, and then I remember that a wedding is a pretty big deal for those who are actually doing it. I tried wearing a dress over the weekend. I put an extra detail I normally wouldn't to see if I would mind anything was pronounced on my chest and almost broke down crying. There's another reason I'm denying the denial. Big dresses and short hair can look really good. I think, yeah, absolutely. I've seen plenty of people in really nice dresses and really short hair. Part of me is that I feel that suits and dress or formal wear in general is something that society expects of us and is something that's expected, but in general, it's not normally something you wear all the time. I think it depends on the dresses though. I have small boobs, so I don't know about dresses. Tall girl, small boobs. There are dresses that cater to that. Like there are some dresses that look amazing on, actually, again, hello everybody. Hello. I recognize that name. How y'all doing? Oh, Rock, thank you so much for the follow. Cathelia, is it Cathelia? Thank you so much for the raid. Hello everybody. I remember you, and I recognize y'all. If we haven't met before, by the way, I am Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat. I make Eurobeat music, the likes of which you've heard in Super Eurobeat, Initial D, DDR, Matara Khan, Avishojo, and much, much more. Cathelia, thank you so much for bringing your community here. I also understand, being post-stream, if you need to take a break, if you need to make a meal, if you need to do whatever you need to do. Am I not following you? I am now. If you need to take care of yourself, please take care of yourself as much as you need. I'm so glad that you've brought your community here. We'd love to have you, of course. Also, today's stream is a little bit quieter than I tend to do because I usually have Eurobeat music in the background. I'm laughing about stuff and all kinds of things. I just needed today's stream to be a little bit more chill. It's just that kind of day. The dreaded Sonic 06. I feel like if I say this, I'm going to summon Shin on. You see, Sonic had a rough transition to 3D. Hi, darling. It worked. I love you, Shinon. I hope you're doing well today. What was I on about? I'm sorry. I did not mean that to, pick on you. Just whenever I hear about Sonic 06, it's like, oh, Sonic had a rough transition to 3D. Let me do that hydrate before I forget. I hope everyone's doing well, though. I like taking moments like this, streams like this, to just kind of chill for a little bit. I'm usually a lot more active. I'll usually stream like Eurobeat production or other music production. I do live dancing. I've been getting a little bit better about playing games. We were learning Japanese on stream for a little bit, and these little hangouts are actually quite fun. And dare I say, my most popular form of Stramen. I'm suffering through '06 with Blitzy. Well, listen, a problem split is a problem halved, right? Sonic is. I don't know about that. I don't think. I haven't heard anything to the effect that Sonic is that Sonic would be trans, Vera. Well, so you probably noticed I flooded that Ron Disney thread. Thank you for the suggestions, but I didn't end up flooding. No worries, no worries. Right now in chat, there may be people younger than Sonic '06. It's like 18-ish. If there's anyone younger than 18, they better go. This is an 18+ stream. We have a policy where if we find out that you're under 18, you're banned and you don't come back. So there shouldn't be people here at the moment. Ah, okay. Models. Oh, thank you. Yeah, my VTuber parent, Niji-tan, made this and a few other avatars, in fact. And they did such a fantastic job. I was born in the 1990s. So I appreciate. Oh, thank you for the hats. I appreciate the honesty. The other thing is also, we don't need. Thank you. We don't need self-reports. It's probably best not to announce your personal information on the internet, right? Especially when it's going to be archived on chat right here. No. It's all good. It's all good. I mean well, and it's not like a bad thing. Game Boy said 1900s. Oh. I'm glad that I streamed today. I know I keep saying that, but I'm really glad. Because, like, yesterday I just was not in a place to do that. So today I'm glad that I did. Ah, yay. It's such a cute little emote. Sorry. I was. Oh, thank you. Whenever I hear the phrase, when I was, I think of the two songs that come to mind are, When I Was a Young Boy, My Father Took Me. The other one is, When I Was a Young Warthog. I don't know, they both come to mind about evenly. I mean, am I wrong, though? Exactly, Lion King. Actually, speaking of me feeling old, I had a realization today that almost everyone I look up to in the Eurobeat world is older than me. Almost everyone I look up to in the VTubing world is likely to be younger than me. When I was a young warthog, my father took me to the jungle to see Smushy. That's amazing. Gotta run to get snacks for an anime date with a cyber dog and a pagan horse. Hope you haven't. Take care, Thelia. Thank you so much for popping in. And I think I recognize those two. I hope you all have an amazing date. Hope you enjoy your anime. Basically, all my VTuber idols are older than me. Stop it. Stop. And thank you for the reminder, Leighton. I am getting a little more enthusiastic. So, I mean, even when I think about, like, the whole joke with Marine is that, you know, she's always like 17 or something, but she's also very much like 30s. I think I might be older than Marine. And what of it? You know? It's weird because I don't feel like I'm old in a way of like, oh, it's going to stop me from doing what I'm going to do. I don't know. I feel younger now than I was about 10 years ago. Thank you for the head pats. Thank you for throwing those a lot today. I almost want to make them more affordable. Thank you. You're associating young with happy. Uh, uh, my brain is melted. I suppose for, oh goodness. Hang on, I can't really think when there's this many head pats going on. Hmm. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Oh wow, okay. Uh, uh, okay. Right. What was I on about? LGBT gets to stay young until at least 50. I don't make the rules. I think the thing is, it's less that I associate young with happy. It's not that I associate. Oh, thank you for the many, many head pats. I think the thing for me is I don't associate young with happy. I guess and mind you, this is not a good mindset for me to have. By mentioning it, I want to confront that it's a poor way to view the world, and I should be viewing it. Thank you, in a healthier way. I guess I get this notion that after a certain age, I'm supposed to stop. Think of that, Bats. Like, I think in recent years, there's been a lot of pressure for folks to leave certain scenes or even fandoms after a certain age. And it's interesting because a lot of very beloved content creators are now what, in their 40s, some maybe even in their 50s. And it's like, okay, but thank you. It's like, okay, but they're still making stuff that you want to watch. They're still making stuff that you like, and they're still, having a good time. It's not like they're any less able to do what they're doing and be entertaining. Thank you for that, Bats. I don't know. I guess I'm the kind of person that will be like, oh, don't even worry about it. Like you clearly have the energy and the enthusiasm. Go nuts, go nuts. Oh, thanks. What about you? I don't know about that. I don't know. I'm starting to get on in years, Honestly, I think independent content creation and production has really gone a long way to shed prejudice around age. Yeah, I think so. I don't think we could. Love enjoying things with others. Nice to share and expand on things. Yeah. I follow VTubers of vastly different age groups, and I think it's really cool because everyone gets to have like their persona and express themselves in a new way. I feel like it's a great unifier. Remember the idle conversation? You had to, didn't you? You just had to remind me. You're not wrong, and also stop it. I didn't like getting older because every year everything about me becomes a little bit less special, and it seems unhealthy, but I still haven't found an argument against it. Thank you for that, Butts. I feel like it's not that it becomes less special so much as other people might be finding what those things that are special about you in themselves. It doesn't make it less special. It just makes it, I guess, less rare. But here's the thing. Even if compassion was less rare, that doesn't make it less special, right? It's still extremely valuable as it is. It might be more or less common, but that doesn't make it less special or less valuable. Same time, sometimes it takes years for people to get recognized and such, whether that be performers or creators or otherwise. I guess for me, part of my concern is, it really doesn't like these glasses on me. Like your future is less promising. I mean, who's to say that? I think, plenty of people have had their careers really only start in their 40s. Like, how old was, I think it was Oprah was only like, Oprah started her show at 40? Oprah had her first show. That was when? Yeah, she was working in media in her early 20s, but she didn't get a major career break until she was like 32. Like YouTube was a thing in 2005. You were first gen famous on YouTube and you're 21 at the time. You're straight up nearly 40 now. Yeah, exactly. Like there's a lot of YouTube celebrities that are getting up there and they're still doing fine. And I think, you know what part of it is? I think I associate, oh, my eye is itchy. I think I associate a lot of of how I got here with like things that I was told I would outgrow and, that I would eventually, get tired of and move on. Um, like I was told after a while, how do I say? And mind you, this is an older story, and I think everyone involved has become a lot more mature. There was a time when I came home from something, and my parents were watching an episode of My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic. Mind you, this was early enough in the series, early enough in the series' existence to where it was still kind of new and novel. And we were having conversations like, yeah, sometimes I'll have to watch through. And I forget which parent was like, you watch the show? And in the back of my head, I'm like, oh, okay, I need to say something to kind of excuse it. So like, well, yeah, how am I going to know about the music? And, how am I going to know what to remix if I don't know the song as it comes out? I watched the show in earnest. And mind you, since then, a lot has improved. A lot has grown. Hello, Archives. Good to see you. Say, if I was this good at music production at age 12, it would be incredible. I would have such a promising future. If I was this good at 30, then I'd be an intermediate hobbyist. I mean, there's an implication with when someone is good at something when they're young that they must run with it. That they must develop it, and that in doing so, that they will get better than that. It puts a pressure on kids to get into a field or a direction that isn't really them. I remember when I was young, I got hit with the gifted kid stuff. Like I was doing fifth grade spelling at third grade, basically, second to third grade. And, that notion of like, oh, you're a prodigy, you're a genius. We need to put you in like really good classes. And if anything, we ended up getting put into public school instead because it just didn't work out to have us homeschooled anymore. But I don't know. By that logic, I should have stayed in something like a program that would have allowed me to accelerate. But even then, who's to say that I would be some brilliant figure, further down the line? Maybe I just had a knack for spelling. And I'll also say that the ability to gain a skill or to build something up in yourself, that doesn't necessarily go away. Our brains lose elasticity after a certain point, but that's just how the brain does. That doesn't mean that we can't learn something. I hate the gifted kid pipeline, gifted kid burnout. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I ended up as some variety of gifted kid stereotype. But yeah, no, like, I think we have this notion of, around being good at something that we have to do it early on or it doesn't count. That if we're not, if we didn't really nail it at this age, we would need to call it out. I remember early on in my music career, actually, I was encouraged. Sorry, I'm eating carrots. I was encouraged to reach out to at the time budding artists. I remember someone even recommended that I reach out to like Porter Robinson at the time because all right, if you're serious about this music stuff, you need to get on it now. And in retrospect, I'm like, why would I need to get on that this early? I still have school, I still have this, I still have that, these things that I've been told to manage at the same time. I have to look back at the frame of reference from who was giving that advice. The advice came from someone who, in retrospect, had to do more than one person ever should at a time. Like, full-time school, full-time work, full-time study, barely getting any sleep. And it was just the standard. It's just, it had to be done. So this person who was giving me the advice has had to do infinitely more than most people ever should have to, and took it on themselves to do it and did it. So therefore, why wouldn't you do that? In other words, they didn't realize that compared to them, everyone else had a skill issue. And the idea of, oh, just start a label at the same time as your college career, at the same time as your this. And there's that sense of we are holding ourselves to the standards of whoever gives us that advice. So looking back, it's like, oh, I was told that I would get out of anime, that I'd be done with anime over time. And with MLP, like, oh, it's not really your thing. This is just a weird, like, cultural bubble. It'll pop over time. This won't really go anywhere. It was around that time that I got this Eurobeat thing isn't going to go anywhere discussion. And I don't think people give that kind of advice out of malice. But I think it also put some sense to me. It's like, all right, if I'm not big in music in my 20s, then, throw it away. It's done. It's all good. It's whatever. If I'm not a big streamer this many years into my career, wrap it up. If I'm not this big or this, if I'm not out of the scene by this time, something is wrong, The worst thing is when someone starts your thing later than you and becomes better than you. Again, if that happened, if I had a nickel for every time that happened, I would not be so afraid of my taxes. If I had a nickel for that every time that measurably happened, I'd be doing pretty well off right now. Here's the issue. I had to separate myself from Ubi. I think the thing that I had to, thank you for the reminder, by the way. I think the thing that I had to recognize with that is, we can't let the fact that something already exists stop us from doing it. I'm a hypocrite because I've stopped myself from doing things because someone else already did something. But I've learned over time that it's just not a way to go about life. Just because someone else makes cakes doesn't mean that you can't make cakes. I'm sorry. I love that meme of like, oh, their cake is a lot better than mine. Someone else comes along, holy crap, 2 cakes. Just because someone starts later and ends up being better, and again, by what standard, right? I think the thing is, okay, so they do it better. Does that mean that yours shouldn't exist or that it can't exist? Does there need to be only one? It's not a zero. A lot of things are less zero-sum games than we think. Different access to information and different skill levels. Too many variables that make learning and practice take different paces. I guess another thing, by the way, in terms of performance in entertainment in particular, how do I say? It's part of what fuels that bitterness when there's when there's a musician that that's really well studied and has good technique in their performances and they get nowhere, and they complain about the music that's on the radio, and oh, Marshmello will do something with 3 chords and some presets, and add some lyrics about being in second place and some relatable kind of this, that, whatever. The reason is entertainment success in the entertainment world is not a meritocracy. What gets people's attention, what entertains, what does these things is not so direct to measure. There are some things that you can do, things about like social media marketing or the way that you position yourself or the way that you reach out to other communities and who you spend time with. But that does not inherently reflect on your ability to make something. For instance, this is probably I'm worried that if I bring it up this way, that it will be taken as some kind of drama or some kind of beef. Please understand, I have no beef here. I am so supportive of this whole situation, and like me and the other party are super chill. Turbo and I. Turbo has flown where I have walked. You're someone who came along, you know, after a decade of me being in the Eurobeat world and just nails it. Just millions of views on several videos, just practically it's as naturally as he breathes. And just purely based on numbers and time, it looks like, oh, something is afoot. Something is... Turbo is built different, let's be real. But here's the thing. On the one hand, Turbo is doing things in terms of marketing and getting the word out that I haven't done in a while. I'm not as relevant in a larger scale, and a lot of that is on me. Thank you for the reminder, Zeta. I'm actually speaking pretty naturally, but thank you for the reminder. And the hydrate. Let me do that. So there are things that Turbo is doing that I'm not, where that behavior gets rewarded. Yeah, Quagsire Turbo, like the remix guy. But here's the other thing. I love what I have the way I'm doing it. I love that I can be a VTuber that streams Eurobeat production and other things. I love that I can put more of myself into things and share my picture freely and have this little community of oddities. And that's not to say... Oh, thank you for the follow, Cubics. Great to see you. I hope you're doing well today. I am Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat. My music has been featured in Super Eurobeat, Initial D, DDR, and Matar-Khan of Shoujo. It is great to have you. And that's the thing, like, my work is not better or worse just based on numbers. If you wanted to get into like mixing or composition or things like that, then certainly there's nitpicking that can be done there. But it would be very easy for me to get frustrated if we just went on numbers alone. And I realized pretty early on that the first time that I had, had some amount of feelings about numbers and such, I've got to let it go. Because there's still so much joy to be had. Another example is my buddy Yoav over at the Living Tombstone. Do I even need to explain it? Of course we want our original version of a song to take off. Of course we want our own things to do well. And there was a period of time where it did kind of hurt, where it did kind of sting, to have the Living Tombstone remix of Discord outperforming the original. And I remember in about 2015, 2016, I was, I had some other factors going on, but there was a time when I was straight up considering if I needed to step down. There's a point where I started using it against myself and like, oh, my best work is done better by somebody else. And if that's the case, then perhaps I need to step back. Let the experts in. Clearly I don't have anything. I am so glad I didn't fall for my own BS. Thank you for the headbats. I am so glad I didn't let that kind of thinking stick with me. And by the way, I should also indicate... Oh, Mikotan getting a sub from Zeetly. Can we get some love in the chat? First, from Zeet, and second from Mikotan. Also, I just realized, I thought... Wait. Is this... Why is it not showing up properly? I have a... Ah, okay, I was reading in the wrong thing. Sorry. Words are failing me, right. I guess the thing is, like, something can exist, and someone can have more skill. And by the way, I'll even say this. Turbo's mixes are a lot cleaner and more solid. Turbo's musicianship is well studied and refined. Also, we can spin that wheel a little bit later. I'm on a slight roll. Hypno Twist with 56 months in a row of subscribing. Can we get some love in the chat for Hypno? What's orange and sounds like a parrot? A carrot. Thank you for the sub. Hypno, 56 months. That is absolutely incredible. Please continue to enjoy your emotes. You're so bad being part of the odd. You've heard me do it all. Hypno, baby, I love you. I hope you're doing amazing. Gertz don't make noise. I beg to differ. Right. So there are objective factors that people can enjoy one thing over the other, or even with the Living Tombstone remix. Instead of 3 genres and one that isn't necessarily easy to follow or understand, and one of them kind of poorly executed, compared to one that was very competently executed and very much refined over time, that's easier for people to follow and wrap their heads around. There's a lot of things that make sense, and we could find those things. Here's the issue. My music feels a certain way. And whether or not I've been executing on that very well or whatever, or if my sound worlds have gotten stale, etc., this, that, whatever, I'm not going to let the fact that others can get bigger numbers than me stop me from doing what I love, or to hold it against them. They're playing a different kind of game. And it could very well be that I need to start playing that kind of game too, but that's kind of a different thing. That's on me. I guess the issue is, so much of the movie Amadeus, when Salieri, a very well-known, respected musician of his time, comments about the I vaguely remember that movie. Not very well. I was very young at the time. You're not the Living Tombstone. They made an amazing, they made an amazing Living Tombstone remix, but they didn't make an Audie song. That right there. Hello, Ivan. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing very well. And, thank you for that, Bats. And hello, is it Azaziel Fall? Welcome to the stream. It is great to have you here. I'm Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat, and my music has been... And also, hello, username not taken. It's a pleasure to see you here. I'm Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat. My music has been featured in Super Eurobeat, Initial D, DDR, Matara Konabi Shoujo, and much, much more. It's great to have y'all here. My words... Right. So the point is, I get on my own case sometimes for things where if we're having this kind of conversation, it's like, clearly just do it. Clearly, like, just because someone else is doing something, that might be your thing, doesn't mean that should stop you. And, yes, Meteor, are you familiar with, the artist Ken Blast? When the Sun Goes Down, The Top, New Horizon, Midnight Tournament, Turn It Around. Those songs. You may recognize that the artist named Ken Blast associated that. Ken is just short for Kendra, and hi. Yes, that's me. Wait till you find out about Eurobeat, Brony. Audie isn't just a top. All right. Well played. I'm glad I streamed today. I'm glad that I took yesterday off to rest and let myself be kind of not okay, but I'm glad that I took today to stream. Thank you for that, Butts. But yeah, no, I guess the thing is, like, in terms of what we let ourselves do based on age or relevance or whatever, it is a factor for me because to some extent I need to make sure that I have presence in people's minds. It's why I work with other artists, other VTubers, etc. To some extent, there is something to be said for being top of mind. It's like, oh, Eurobeat, right, Odyssey and such. Hello, Taro. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well today. The point is more like, we can't let the fact that others might do well, or even quote unquote better by whatever judge at something, stop us from doing what we're going to do. Because think about it. I guess the way that I would put it is, Turbo makes the best turbo Eurobeat. TTL Sound makes some of the best time Eurogroove sound and Eurobeat that I've heard in a very long time. If you're not familiar with time or Eurogrooves, don't worry, it'll happen. Oh no. Why does it sound okay? Why I don't know why, but I just suddenly got like a light novel title. My favorite Eurobeat artist is now a big titty anime girl? What? Sorry. But yeah, no. So it's easy to, I guess the thing from
Customization. Genius. He's tenderizing the ground.
Of course.
write that down. I guess the thing is like, I will doubt myself sometimes. Hello, Ezzy. It's good to see you. It has been a while. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, there are times when I'll doubt myself on the very things that for anyone else, I'd be like, clearly, don't let it get to you. Do your thing. Follow your dream. You got the energy. You got the youth to you. You're doing your thing. I will cheer you on the entire time. Then it comes to me, it's like, well, I don't know about that, you know? The only problem with visual novels is that if you played one, you've technically played them all. I respectfully disagree. Well, I guess it depends on how the visual novel is handled.
Customization.
Genius.
And Ezzy, it's been
Write that down. Write that down.
it's been a tumultuous time. I started this stream a little bit more sedated, a little bit more calm because I'm gonna be real, life's been pretty overwhelming lately. But I'm getting through it. This too will pass. Thank you for the head pats. And I feel like you know what it is, chat? You know what it is, oddities? The real secret? The scandal. The sad fact, number 5 will shock you. I think the thing is, we need to give ourselves the same kind of advice that we would give to others. We need to be able to tell ourselves the kind of thing that we would tell other people. The story might be different, but the gameplay loop is still the same. Yeah, I suppose so. Well, the mechanics are the same. That's sort of like saying if you played a turn-based RPG, you played them all. You know, oh, you played this RPG with quick time events. Clearly, you played the same one. It's so much easier to give good advice to others than to accept it. Exactly. And the thing is, it's harder for us to accept because we feel like we understand ourselves to the point where we try to find excuses around it. It's like, but you don't deserve that because you have this going on and you know about this and you haven't worked on this in yourself and blah, 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 blah. It's no good. Stop it. Or I will reach through my boob again. Are we clear? I will reach through my titties to tell you no. I usually only ask for advice when I don't know what to do. I'll say this. I have had to learn that I don't need to do so many things myself. Not nearly as many as I've been doing. That's kind of part of what had me so worked up yesterday. Some stuff where I could have used some help got pretty oof, and I got tangled up in that, and that had me pretty wound up tight. But yeah. But the point is more like we don't have to do everything alone. Yeah, there's times when we do seek out advice, but oh, thank you for the head pats. But only when we need it, or only under these conditions, only under these circumstances. Instead of just like, hey, I'm struggling with this. Maybe I shouldn't do this alone, even if you can do it. Chew on that one for a second while I take a sip. Also, I realize I'm kind of preaching as if I know what the hell I'm talking about. This is not a sermon. I do not have my life together. I am struggling to make ends meet. Thank you for that, Pats. And I am scared to death of what I'll owe for taxes, and if I can even add that to, what if there isn't anyone to help you? That's a good question. I guess the most that you can do is carry on. This too will pass. Your survival rate, thank you for the headbutts. Your survival rate for getting through tough moments like that your survival rate is 100%. Even if you just put something out there, it's like, you know, I'm kind of struggling right now. Perhaps someone can at least just cheer you on or be like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Even little things. But if there's truly no one else around, if you are alone, isolated, no phone or whatever to help, no way to get a hold of someone, anonymous gifting a sub to Celeste Jest. Thank you so much for the sub, and thank you so much for gifting it to Celeste. Celeste, please enjoy your emotes, your sub badge, being part of the Oddities community. Can we get some love in the chat for our anonymous gifter and Celeste Jest? So I'm realizing, I'm gonna go ahead and make that 10 now, and we'll do that. And if we fill that one, then we'll do 2 spins. Don't worry, I'm not holding out. But what was I about to say? I should smile. I've recently collaborated with another artist for 2 tracks, which is amazing. We were able to cover each other's weaknesses and overall improve each other's product. But how? I feel like I'm lost without him. Everything I make just sort of feels worse because I know it would be better if he was involved, and that's really making things hard. Ooh, okay. So I guess with that, in terms of, you know, improving, quote unquote, there's an objective and a subjective side. On the objective side of things, I think it's worth, you know, comparing the two and removing a judgment from it. It's like, oh, this is better because this. It's like, oh, so he did this and it made this sound richer, which I like. Or, oh, the drums, you know, this got cut out of the drums, so they punch through better, so that sounds better to me. Okay. Or even just like, oh, you know, the drums sound different. Okay, so even at the very least, you have some sense of, oh, I can work on the drums, I can work on this, I can throw myself at this and kind of figure it out. So on the objective side, you can do things like that. Comparison in a healthy stance can do a lot for you. Subjectively, we get so hard on ourselves. And we let the words that other people have said about our work get into our heads. Gotta do some work, but we'll still be lurking. No worries. I hope you do well, gamer. Hope your mental health gets better. Thank you. I hope it does too. In short, a lot of things are overwhelming lately. And while I've got tools to manage anxiety, it doesn't always mean that things feel less overwhelming because of it. Right now I'm struggling with chord progressions. He's really good at making them despite his little theory knowledge, but I keep throwing myself at a problem and it just doesn't work. So with chord progressions, I think on the objective side, you could look at, there are places to look up chord progressions and see what that does and what that's supposed to mean and what people, the scholastic sense of how that's supposed to feel. On the subjective side, sounds like I'm crushing on him. I mean, it doesn't come across to me that way. It feels like you have admiration for some of the technical aspects of how he works. Crushing on him would be like, oh, he does this great part of the song and also, a sweetheart, and also, oh my gosh, his chest is just really nice. I want to drum on it. You're coming across as musically professional. You're good. You're good. You're getting dragged into the pit too, but I want to say that this is an amazing space and I appreciate you all immensely. Take it easy. Take care, Buff Omelet. Thank you so much for popping in. Have a great rest of your evening. Okay, it may just be silly. I mean, you could also be crushing on him. Let's be real. I'm not always a good judge of that. I've had people crushing on me pretty hard, and I was like, oh, why are they here? Why did they rest their head on my shoulder? We're good friends. Oh my god, I really am just budget Eurobeat Numi. I feel so mean for saying that. Sorry. Just the amount of times that oh, take care, Celine. Thank you so much for popping in. Have a great rest of your evening. And please do feel better soon. That nausea is no fun. Recently I've been hitting the gym, so any negative emotions means taking it out on the punching bag, so now my limbs feel like lead. But emotionally, I imagine you're doing quite well. Or at least hopefully you're doing quite well. I will say that doing morning dancing has been helping a lot too. I know that I haven't been streaming my dances much lately, but most mornings at 7, I'll wake up and I'll get myself into my workout gear and I'll practice my dances. I'll practice Pada Pada. I'll practice Luka Luka Night Fever. Oh yeah, totally. It's either that or turning off my alarm, which I don't want to do. Talking with my dietitian and my doc about this, since we think it might be the meds, that could have an effect on it. Yeah. Having regular exercise is great. That right there. Starting your day with the littlest bit of cardio. World of difference. Hello, Timber. It's good to see you again. Hope you're doing well today. Another way we can see these streams, less spicy and more wholesome cotton. That is one of the most flattering ways that this stream could be considered. Oh my gosh. Sure. I'm not sure if I'm on the same kind of standard as Cotton. I feel like her production value, her ability to engage and entertain, and her wit really put her like several scales ahead of me. But I guess just a more subdued and less erotic content focused, which is not that's not a bash. Like that is essentially more just like the difference. We're also sometimes a little bit. We get down bad. We very seldom get down atrocious. There are some voices that I've heard Cotton do where goodness gracious. Have been watching Sleepy Hollow recently. How have you been? Timber, I'll be real. Things have been a little bit overwhelming lately, but I'm getting through it. My survival rate is 100%. And a lot of my fears around what has me anxious, I'm realizing that I'm catastrophizing. It's, oh, what if? What if this doesn't happen? What if that doesn't happen? I'll get through it. I'll figure something out. I know that I've talked to my manager about the potential of things really hitting the fan, which is pretty unlikely, but if it does, then we'll figure it out. There are some things where I might bring things to you. Not to make it your problem, but to offer things to you to incentivize something that'll allow me to fix it. There's some trouble with that room. They used to have a fridge, but swapped to a drink cooler. It doesn't go below 41 degrees Fahrenheit. My doctor said it needed to be between 36 to 46. So not sure if it hit above that before we got the fridge. Ooh, that would do it. Definitely aspects of Numi and Cotton here. You're definitely unique and way more than that. I appreciate that. There's also some chibi in there, I imagine. I hope. But yeah, no. Actually, it's weird because there's a lot of streamers that don't want to be compared to others. Sometimes I'll wonder, like, what am I? Like, what kind of combinations would people get for me? Audie is a great Audie and not at all a budget Numi. And by the way, I say I am a budget Numi because Numi is one of my Oshis. Like, I say that with tremendous affection and admiration for Numi. Like, that is part of me patting myself on the back. It's not coming through on the mic. Like, I guess the thing is also a certain amount of obliviousness to when someone is interested and or flirting. I'm either hyper aware or I have no sense. And I should also clarify this, that, you know, whether or not it's a bit, I worry that even joking like that. Yeah, I think you accidentally clickbaited Numi. Oh, so. What do you mean how? You're not talking about the Eurobeat video with Numi in front of the car, right? I think we're that bats. I guess just I know, I do wonder, like, if we had to think about a combination of other content to determine how mine is, what would it be? Use a fan art of her without knowing it was her. Was that the one? Oh, thank you for that, bats. Was that the one? Was that the Eurobeat video after all? Thank you for the hydrate. I've had many commenters who clicked for the Numi. Oh no. Well, naturally, that just means that you need to make a video using all the Numi Eurobeat. Don't actually do that. I'm sorry. I'm being silly. Oh, goodness. Okay. Numi performs at WeebCon this weekend. Gosh, what a concept. Are any of you going to WeebCon? I know I'm not. I am booked for Babscon, so I'll be performing at Babscon, Saturday night slash Sunday morning, technicality, for about, I think my set's like half an hour. So I'm in Scotland. Yeah, that's fair. What's Babscon? Bay Area Brony Spectacular. It's a Brony convention in San Francisco, or just south of it. It is one of the largest conventions on the West Coast. Not the biggest, but it's pretty high up there. And I have performed at this convention for many, many years now. It is the same weekend as Easter every year because, well, Lord knows why. But yeah, I'll be performing there this year as well. And as fun as Babscon is, I can't help but look at WeebCon and the roster and the fact that Numi's likely going to be performing there, and just be a little bit like, I want. And don't get me wrong, please understand, I'm so glad to be like going back to Babscon and performing and seeing friends that I haven't seen in ages, and performing again that for the first time in a while since like Anthro Expo this year. Sadly won't be at Babs this year. First one I missed. Oh, Jesse, I'm sorry to hear that. Could I persuade you to perhaps attend Offkai? But I'm very happy to be performing at Babs. That said, I want to gush about Numi a little bit. Don't quote me on that. But I want to fangirl about Numi for a little bit. Here's someone who, had a pretty substantial stage fright for years. Working on that. Writing like, what, 100 songs now? Something like 100 songs that Numi's written. Thank you. I will remember that. I want to go to Babs at some point. I only get on one vacation a year and I use it on Everfree. That makes sense. Also, hello, Angel of Death. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well today. So with Numi, here's someone who had a fear of, a stage fright, a fear of performing, and she has taken it on head on. She's worked on it. She's written music and she's shared it with people, with the Noombas, and like to such an extent that she's been practicing, like band practice, with people that are eager to get her back up on stage. And you're a Momo, fellow Momos. So with Numi, I guess it's just like, I worry that this is going to sound pedantic on some level, but like the fact that she's gone from having massive stage fright and like not wanting to share her music to having written like 100 songs and performing them on stage with a band in how many years? Like 3? That's huge. That is incredible. Like that's why she's one of my Oshis. Like that's why she's one of my favorites. That takes such determination and nerve and the ability to look at your own fear and be like, screw that. I'm doing this. I want this for me. That takes so much strength. It's a similar thing to why I like Matara, actually. For those who don't know, Matara-con, Vishojo, the one that has the momos, like the adorable little bug banging on the table there. I had the immense privilege and honor of working with Matara-con on her first original, that being Night Cover, which was a Eurobeat song. She had approached me in the Hollywood days about working on a Eurobeat song, and thank goodness, I'm just gonna say this, thank goodness Hollywood didn't sign for it at the time. But I digress. She had been working on her singing and her music for some time. Yeah, that song, Night Cover, that's my composition and production, her voice, and our very own Shinon's mastering. And it was amazing. It was really cool to like, because here's the thing, I was already a fan, but then to be able to work with her on something that she was working on, to share in something that she had been chipping away at and trying to be better at, I still, I still really, really like, I admire the hell out of Matara. And I know it's easy for me to say, like, oh, I spent all this time there. Like, you would think, like, oh, you all must chat or something. I guess it's even outside of that. I don't know. There, my relationship with VTubers, even if I've worked with them, is that I kind of admire them anyway. It's like, it's not inherently like I put them on a pedestal so much. There is something about them that's a little bit larger than life to me. And, yes, I've been extremely honored to have, to have worked with Matara in that sense, to have done a project. But even when that's done, there's still a certain amount of like, oh my gosh, that's Matara. That's her. And, I guess it's just, I don't know, I still have a lot of admiration. And yes, I understand that there is a substantial difference between Matara Khan and I believe she calls it the body that she inhabits. Um, I remember some of the terminology from the Hollywood days too. And I understand that difference. But I still, it feels like something was shared with me on a level that is closer than just the, oh yes, haha, funny VTuber time, hee hee haha, Oshis and grad. Anyway, like that, being able to be part of that is something that I cherish because I recognize what that takes. Oh, thank you again. Thank you for being part of it. I couldn't have a community if you weren't here showing up and hanging out and being a wonderful part of it. I'm gonna have another sip before I forget. The flesh Gundam, exactly. What does, I think Doki Bird calls it the skin suit. I guess that's the thing, like, part of why I'm a VTuber is because I'm a fan. But, like, I guess the thing, that's kind of the thing. Like, with Matara, I admire that side of her. With Numi, I admire that side of her. With Chibi, I won't get too far into, things that I understand or know, but, Chibi is extremely admirable. Like, there's a lot about Chibi. I won't gush on her too much. I know she would not want that. But, Chibi is just fundamentally really cool. And, past the banter and the large bald head, she's really special. And, I want to support Chibi as much as I can in the days ahead. Again, I know what you mean, but I blame. Skinsuit is a Doki model since she is. That's a good point. Thank you for the reminder. Yes, she is the tomato. The Skinsuit is the girl in blue. Right. I need to stretch. Excuse me. Excuse me. What was I on about? Right. I admire the hell out of Numi, and I hope that her show goes super, super good. Excuse me. I hope that her set goes amazing at WeebCon. I hope that she gets plenty of opportunities to do it again in the near future. I want to see her live, damn it. I mean, okay, here's the thing. I got to see her at Offkai last year, where there were the tech issues, and she came out and sang Bottom on stage, and she was so good. Oh my gosh, she was so good. Even a cappella, she was killing it. Just absolutely doing amazing. And by the way, doing that, singing your stuff without a backing track is both very hard to do and very scary. And she just did it. Just nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. But yeah, no, sorry. I'm gushing on her a bit much. I feel like I choose my Oshis based on the level of respect. And it's not like I disrespect other VTubers, but like when I get to know certain things about a VTuber and I respect that, and it's like, wow. Cough, cough, alternate between WeebCon and Babscon every other year. Here's the kicker. Babscon is providing me the means to get there and stay there. Um, I theoretically had, um, some amount of contact with WeebCon, but very little, and none of it was direct. I also had some amount of contact with SakuraCon, which is the same weekend. And that ended up falling through. I should also say, by the way, this year it's going to start happening, basically confirmed. Though there is a certain amount of flexibility. This year, I am likely going to be showing up at conventions other than the ones I've done for the last 10 years. Babscon is probably one of the last brony conventions at which I've been some sort of regular that I'm attending this year. Punch. But here's the other thing. Financially, it needs to be viable for me, which in many cases means that a convention needs to provide the flight and the hotel, for starters. We'll see about Everfree, Latent. There's some things that are up in the air about that particular timing, but, it could still very well work out. I would like to, how do I say? If I could split myself into several copies, I would love to do every convention ever, forever, and ever until the end of time. I even had fun. I even had a lot of fun at Anthro Expo, not gonna lie. I don't know, conventions are just fun. But, I would like to do WeebCon one year, especially if somehow it's not the same weekend as Babscon someday or SakuraCon. Can we just get those three to fan out specifically for me? Yeah, no, words are failing me again. I feel like there's a song title in there. Words are failing me again. Or words are failing me. Oh, thank you for that, Bats. I guess just like, I like the idea of going to WeebCon. And maybe next year it can happen. I mean, if they need a DJ or, another VTuber. This is going to sound extremely cynical, and I don't mean it like this, but it's a funny thing to think about. Maybe I need to collaborate with more VTubers. Which I'd be super for, but not to get into WeebCon, quote unquote. Like, I want to do that because VTubers are cool and I like a lot of them and I would love to work with them. I feel like I can say this because it straight up happened on a stream. Cottontail kept using every pony in chat. And I was like, listen, one more of those and we're going to make you do a cover of Discord. And she's like, you want to join me on that? Yes. Yes. Very yes. Please. Immediately. I need to, I haven't taken action on that. Because, I've been scared to talk to Cotton. And here's the catch. Here's the thing. It's funny to joke about that. I would absolutely do a cover of Discord with Cottontail, but I also don't know if she was joking or if pushing the point would be like, no, that was just a meme. That's silly. Like, you don't gotta. Dad, I'm putting on the reverb. Try being assertive with someone who you think is real cool and you don't want to put too much pressure on. Sorry, one sec. Like, do a go-go to Frank it is Cotton. That's the thing. Listen. Oh, she's scary. Hot woman scary. Talented people scary. Okay? Thank you for the reminder. Cool people scary. And like, I don't want to put her on the spot. I don't want to do anything like that. It's just, Hi, I'm here to chronically overthink. Pleasure to meet you. I think you should toss a line and see. You, I guess so. I don't know. Cause like, I think the thing for me is, and this is a big thing too. Like now that I think about it, I'm scared of not. I'm scared of wasting someone's time. I'm scared of not providing value. Speaking of valuable and precious and adorable and my goodest kitten, hello, Avenel. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well today. How you doing, Vi? Personally, and not you and not in anything like your situation, I would send something like, hey, not sure if this is a joke or not, but if you're serious, I'm totally down. Yeah, can we give some head pats to Violet, to Avenel? But yeah, scary. I'm not against it, but I also I don't know. It's That's the thing that I've been trying to overcome lately. It's like, yeah, just go ahead and send it. Just send it. Just send those files to one of the biggest, coolest VTubers you know. Just impose yourself on someone else's time. Just get in the way. It's scary. It's listen, if overthink thank you for that, Bets. If overthinking is a sport, I'm an Olympian. Not me thinking about the yeah, thank you for the head pats. I think the thing is for me, no worries, Taro. Please enjoy that food. Like that sounds really pizza sounds so good right now. Um I so the thing with the meme Valentines, because I can make here's the thing. If I don't know someone, then I can make a joke super quick. Like if I had no interaction with Numi, I'd probably be slightly more comfortable. Like, oh yeah, you know, like haha bottom, haha plum kisser, haha, or great music, plum kisser, haha. But when I have the chance to interact with her, have even received a hug from her, yeah, Numi's kissed plums. So it's like, wait, how much of that is not okay to joke about? And things like that. So it's just like I'm scared, and I don't want to impose. I don't want to waste time or be a burden or overthink or make someone feel like something's too big of a deal, which I've kind of done in the past. Hello, sorry I'm late. I was watching The Wizard of Oz at the theater. Ooh, that sounds really fun. But yeah, no, like there's things that I feel like I can joke about and talk about if I don't know the person better. Or like, oh, you know, Cottontail, bratty, toppy, thank you for the headbutts, sexy voice, haha, funny time. But then you get to hang out with her. It's like, wait, how much can I actually sit? Like, is that bad to joke about now? I don't know. I'm gonna do that hydrate, and then I think I'm gonna take a quick potty break. Um, yeah, the 6'9" allegations. I'll never tell. All right, let me take a quick break, a quick breather, and I'm gonna put on some words on stream, and then when I come back, let's go ahead and spin that wheel, okay? I will be right back. That's not the tab. There we go. You did it! I'm back. Let's go ahead and get back to it. Also, can I just say, this little like chalkboard design, I took a picture from was it Okamono? Yeah, Okamono. And I think it just looks really cute. Anyway, I'm back. Um, yeah, Samurai Caveman, it's good to see you again. I hope you're doing well today. Who did I miss coming in? Goodness. Sorry about that. Hello, and everyone going to class that wanted to say hello. Another quick bite. Hello. Okay, hydrate. I'll do that when I'm done chewing on the carrot. Thank you for that, Bats. But yeah, I'm a hypocrite because I would very likely tell all of you to just reach out and do the thing. And then when it comes to me, it's like, well, I mean, I don't know about me. I will say this. Carrot Benuisi? I mean, that could be arranged. Sneezing. Chew. Oh, I forgot. Chew. There we go. Benui. Benui. That is when we tell you to do the thing. Yeah. Yeah. I think another thing in terms of logistics, I do know that a lot of VTubers are getting ready for WeebCon. So I do want to be careful about, nope. Blocked. And I don't want to add to that like workload, you know, as they're preparing to go do something else and having their own things to focus on. I know when I'm going out to a con and I have a set or a show or something, I don't always want to deal with like, oh, this person wants to work with me. Okay, let me just da, 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 unless we have like an actual business thing. And even then, it's just like, can it wait? Sometimes it cannot. Sometimes it cannot. Time for me to do that hydro. Actually, I'm gonna drink my regular water. I do think I've been doing a little bit better with keeping myself hydrated. Dare I say, while my voice is not doing perfectly, I think it's generally performing better. Oh, another hydrate. That I can do. Health is important. I think for the head pats. Actually, on the subject of VTubers and conventions, I'm pretty excited for Offkai this year. The lineup's looking pretty different, but I'm just excited for the fact that it's there. I don't know. I'm excited to just be at. Ironically, it's the same venue as Babscon. But I'm pretty happy for it. I'm looking forward to walking around and enjoying the convention as an attendee again, because it's been a couple years since I've done that. This is what, year 3? And I attended in year 1 when it was at the previous event. Yes, see you soon, Pixie. I can't wait to see you there. I'm gonna give you so many hugs. Thank you for the head pats. But I don't know. I feel like last year and the year before were so much fun. It'll be interesting to go back as an attendee, and you know, maybe I'll have a few things lined up to where we'll see how year 4 goes as well. If there is a year 4, I want it to be a year 4. Please come back. Yeah, I'm excited for that. There are things that I hope will happen, but have no grounds to believe will actually happen. But it's also like, please, 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 please. I'm gonna think of it. WeebCon isn't inherently a VTuber event, is it? It's got like the subsection. It's got all right, take care, Celine. Thank you so much for popping in. Like WeebCon has the Uwu market like section where they have a shload of VTubers, right? And Offkai is a VTuber event. Anime Impulse is an anime convention with a VTuber section. I believe their thing I believe their like Anime Impulse is like a big thing for Niji Sanji En. It's mainly an anime con, but got uwu land for all things VTuber. I would be legitimately surprised if we didn't see. Okay, so have there been like? So I know there's like VidCon and TwitchCon for for streaming in general, right? I know VidCon used to be more for YouTube, but now it's got like TikTok stars and folks like that. It's like Uwu Market and Novel Horizon doing the VTuber stuff. My aching bones. Did you miss the stream? The first half. You're good. I don't take attendance. The important thing is that you're here, darling. So yeah, Uwu Market and Novel Horizon are really doubling down in cool ways. I would be surprised, but way too small for all things VTuber for the number of VTuber guests. Yeah, it's my understanding that this year they've more than doubled, and with that, more than doubled the size of the portion, the section, which makes sense. I do wonder if, and mind you, purely speculation. I got nothing to go on but hopes and dreams. But I would love to see more events like Babscon. More events like Offkai. Sorry, venue minded. Also, I saw someone who was also going to Babscon. But I would love to see not necessarily when I think of it as like, oh, competition for Offkai, it's kind of like, well, no, but also yes, but also like, nah. I feel like a lot of those events could coexist. Like, imagine if Uwu Market, like, imagine if Uwu Land became its own thing, if it spun off from WeebCon, and the section of Anime Impulse that was VTuber focused broke off from Anime Impulse. Imagine that, right? I think that'd be pretty cool. Then again, it would probably have to have the same kind of viability. Check out Babscon just because I live in the area. Yeah, I feel like you'd really like it, Vinyl. I think you might be a fit for that. I think it'd be cool to see more events like that. I say it because, well, I want more cool VTuber event, and maybe if they have more music events, then maybe they could have the VTubers perform there. And also, hi, hi. Yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be really cool to see. In the same way that just regular streamers and content creators have their own events. I think it'd be really cool to see. Although I feel like now that I'm saying it and like figuring out the logistics, I guess I would have to. Oh, blocked. I feel like with well, obviously some ulterior motive, but I'd also want to go to these things even if I'm not booked. I'm not booked as a performer at Offkai this year, and I still want to go. I guess the thing is more like when I think about it, my comparison, my only real comparison in this sense is the brony community, the brony scene, because VTubing is fairly niche. It is, I would say, slightly less niche than the brony fandom, but it is still niche. There are people that'll know what a live streamer is and have no idea what a VTuber is. But I feel like there might be a small scene for like VTuber specific conventions, or maybe more live streamer based conventions where there's a VTuber section. I don't know. And I just more please. What's a VTuber? Oh, that's that really like cringy trend of like big titty anime girls like as avatars for the streamer, right? Cringe, couldn't be me. But yeah, no, like words are failing me again. I think that'd be really cool. I would like more events for VTubers, please. I just want more shots to meet my Oshis and the people that I think are cool. I wanna meet Ori again. Okay, so at Anime Expo, I had the chance to meet Cottontail and Orihime, and I was so out of it that there's a picture that I have. I wish that I could explain the pose that I was in. It did not look good. I'm going to forfeit all financial allowances to the. No. Listen, as a fellow big titty digital streamer, please Please be good with your money. Now I'll do the hydrate. VTubers make videos on VTube. YouTube's if only, right? What was I about to say? What the? What the? Right. So I have these pictures, these actually printed out pictures of me with Cotton and me with Ori, and I look so cringy. Thank you for that, Pats. Responsibly forfeit all disposable income I can reasonably forfeit to the big titty digital Benoi streamers. That's more like it. That's very good. Good job. Oh, I just realized we never did spin the wheel, did we? Was the head pack cooldown forgotten? I guess. So I guess you're just gonna have to give me a bunch of head pats. Exactly, thank you. So let me go ahead and get the wheel going. Oh, right, I need to do a thing with the background real quick. If you noticed anything, no you didn't. Wheel. Scroll down just a smidge. Oh, scroll back up just a smidge. And let's give it a spin. Before I do, thank you so much for us hitting today's sub goal of 5. I know I bumped it up to 10 because, you know, that's the next one. But thank you so much for getting us to that 5. I want to acknowledge that before. I listened to your newest song, but as soon as you said the Benoi sounds, I had to stop I was laughing. That was not me. I appreciate that, but that is actually Akama Nimone's voices. Pion, 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 pion. I noticed something, not sure what. Maybe it was just a camera. Exactly, Amelia. You're on it. All right. Thank you so much for the subs today. Let's see how it goes. I'm probably going to regret. Ah. Now that I don't mind doing. Hello, is it Baito Maho Yume? I hope you're doing well today. And since the wheel has spoken, well, I guess I have no choice then. Ready? Chat, my oddities. This one's for you, okay? Arara, iko da ne. How'd I do? Thank you so much for the 5 subs today. That is very much appreciated. We're getting closer to being back up to like 150 again. I quite like that. Aw, your reaction is always so cute, Vinyl. Vinyl. I get to do that live in front of you. And then the one moment that you least expect, I can just be like, hey, Vinyl. Boop. Except with a pointed finger and not a fist. Because that looked really mean. And I would not actually punch. I would just boop with that finger. I'm gonna boop you. Right. Yeah. My knees have already given out and I'm on the floor. Well, that's where you belonged, kitten. That's just you assuming the position, darling. I'm sorry. I was not gonna lapse into that, but you're just so cute I couldn't resist it, Vinyl. Queen for the kill. Listen. I mean, I'm not even the target. That's what we call splash damage. I know what a name change on here. It used to be Shiny Disco. Hello, man. It's great to have you back. And I hope you're doing well today. We're not done with anything yet, but I do want to check something on YouTube real quick. Let's see. That's Kiara. That's Quinn. Okay, it may not be happening the way that I thought after all. I should check here then. There's a thing that I want to check. Check catching strays. Yeah, I've been throwing a few of those out like that lately, unintentionally. I wonder if this is happening. I do kind of wish my manager was in chat today. I think I'd want to ask about something that I may or may not be able to disclose. I'll leave it be. Yeah, no, there's a streamer that I eventually want to raid, who I believe streams mostly on YouTube, but not I think she might stream on Twitch as well, but I don't know. It's just one of those things where, fun fact, older used from Model V8 engine. Modular V8 is also used into the Ford Mustang. That makes sense. Yeah, I'll err on the side of safety for now. But there's a VTuber that I want to raid and support in the near future. I just feel like we might have incompatible stream times. It'll happen when the time comes. Words are failing me though. I keep saying that. I think I'm just starting to embrace my inner airhead. How y'all doing, by the way, before I forget? Crunch. You got a bunny, you gotta eat the carrots. It's I eat, John, it's what I do. Huh? Excuse me. I have important news. I have my doctor's letter, so I'm one step closer to my official name and gender marker. Congratulations! No, stream isn't done. Stream isn't over. What, you thought you'd be rid of me that quickly? It's just chased down V1 Odyssey at cons for an autograph. Now V2 hunts me down to turn me into a puddle. Yes. And then I use the puddle to... Oh.
10% luck, 20% skill, 15% Eurobeat, 5% VTuber, 50% spice, and 100% reason to remember Odie is the cutest on Twitch.
Hannah, thank you. Thank you. Very kind. And that does get the Yeah, can we get some love in the chat for deflated eagles for Hannah? That does also buy us another spin on the wheel. So thank you for that. Can we get some love in the chat? It's been a little while since we've switched, since we've brought back the Stream Elements tips alongside Pally. And I appreciate y'all being comfy doing both, honestly. Didn't do anything. Sorry. Yeah, congratulations, though. Being one step closer, progress is still celebratable. Progress is progress, after all. Right, wheel. Let's get to it. Boop. Thank you again for the tippy. Oh, okay. All right, chat. Let's see. Let's go ahead. Let's see. 3D funny Brent 3D goth 3D main 2D bunny swim 2D main. All right, we'll run that for 2 minutes. Start the poll. And thank you. Aw, Jade, I'm sorry. You're maid. No, I don't have a maid outfit for my avatars. And honestly, if I did get another outfit for my streams, not gonna lie, Gyaru is kind of looking hot right now, you know? Might look like I'm, heading out into the streets of Harajuku and all that good stuff. Roppongi. 3D Goth and 2D Bunny/Swim seem to be tied at the moment with 3 votes apiece, with 3D Main and 2D Main following up shortly. Stream Odyssey already makes me weak. Odyssey in person, pretty sure I just ascended to heaven. I've seen it happen, darling. I guess I just have an effect on you. Wait, what do I have it open? Better Gyaru than Decora. What's wrong with Decora? Also, I think I feel like I associate Decora with Lolita fashion for some reason. I don't know about that, Hannah. I've got some devil horns up there too, you know. Decora. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I've only known Decora as like a very highly decorated sense of fashion. It's like, imagine bright pinks and lots of little baubles and knickknacks and little just like things attached. Yeah, I don't think I'd do a very good job of describing what Decora is as an individual fashion. I feel like an avatar that would glitch like crazy. Maybe. Oh, 3D Goth in the lead with 6 votes. 2D Bunny with 3. 3D Main and 2D Main tied for 2. And the winner is 3D Goth. And the wonderful thing is, it's pretty easy for me to just to take care of that. Like, it's at the point where it could just happen before I even announce it. Surprise. Never done Decora myself, though. Not yet, anyways. Here's the thing. I even tweeted about this on Twitter recently. It's just, I want to do Gyaru looks. I want to do Lolita again. I want to do, I want to wear, like, cosplay more often. I want to be in a maid cafe sooner than fanime. I just, you know what it is? I think somewhere in my heart of hearts, I am just a friggin' dress-up doll. Jesse? Yep. Listen, you get it. I get it. Lolita's too expensive, so I said, ooh, that's a way to go about it. That's actually a really brilliant way to go about it. A lot of work, but I imagine very worth it. Emo BMX with a full year of subscribing. Can we get some love in the chat for Emo BMX? Please enjoy your emotes, and you've heard me do it before. You've been here for a full year. When am I adding doll joints? No. Don't get me wrong. It's not a bad aesthetic. It's just I don't know. I guess it's just not for me. There's a Harajuku group meetup in LA called. Really? Harajuku Day. If you want to follow them to understand more about Harajuku culture and fashion. I mean, sure, but I don't know. I want just to wear all the things. You know. I think I'm going to throw a curveball. No one's expecting me to do this, but I think I'm going to do this. Let's see if that does. I think I need to. Okay, good. That should still be. Where is that? There it is. Okay, I think I might center that. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Right about there. Within a couple of seconds, it should show. But yeah. What was I about to do? But words are failing me. Right. Oh, I just want to be dressed up in all sorts of things. And I had a friend even talk about like wanting to spin their friends when their friends are in really big dresses, and just the way that my heart leapt out of my chest. I want to wear all the things and just be doted on. Listen, mommy needs adoration too, okay? Listen, if you're not doting on the mommies in your life, you're kind of knocking out. Dress spins are unreal good. Yes, okay. There is a vintage dress that's in the dryer right now, and I'll probably need to do that the instant that I'm done with stream. I need to adore. It's wording, but yes. There. Wow. Yeah. There's a vintage dress that I have. It's one of my favorites. I wear it all the time. And it spins so perfectly. It's got just enough material where it kind of like spins out. Have I posted this? I think I have. Let me see if it's on my Instagram. For those who are new here, by the way, I'm not the kind of VTuber that keeps my face hidden. How do I say? My face was pretty common, before I came out. And I came out before I knew for sure that I wanted to be a VTuber. So my face is fairly public. So, let Let me see if I have a picture of me in that dress specifically. But yeah, over on Instagram, I'll occasionally post proper selfies. Because you know what? Sometimes I'm cute. Let's be real. Sometimes IRL. Sometimes I don't need the avatar. Sometimes I've got big titty energy just as I am. The body will get there, I promise. All right, let me see. Let me see. No. It's a good while back. Goodness gracious. Nah, thank you, Pixie. You're sweet. Can you ask a question? As long as it's respectful, sure. Think carefully about what you might be asking. There's a picture of me in that dress and my Heimlich from A Bug's Life. Mom, wait. I don't think I was supposed to eat that. No, not quite. Wait, is this a pickup line? Is this a caterpillar butterfly like pickup line? Yeah, there's a picture of me in that dress, but it doesn't show the actual like skirt of it, which is a shame because it should, because the dress is good. Mine was a bit on the lighter side as far as kilts go, so it spun real good. Yeah, yeah. The one that I have has a really nice weight to it, like a really nice, like the material is just like elastic and springy, but it's also like got some density to it, so it spins real good. Listen, sometimes skirts gotta go spinny. Yeah, I guess I don't have a proper picture of it. At least not on Instagram. I need a lighter kilt eventually, but my family tartan is also not common. Got a custom order. I guess I like all the idol skirts and dresses, frills, and how I haven't tried that, and not gonna lie, I would not be against that. Wow, I'm sorry. The problem with my Instagram is that I found the moment that I stopped, you know, that I had come out, and my announcements on Instagram, and just you know what it was? It was a version 1.0 jump scare. Not gonna lie, it feels like such a shift. Because like, yeah, there was that little period of time when I was, you know, still like rocking a wig and stuff like that. But even then, just like looking at myself back then and now, has a glitch happened to you yet where Instagram randomly logged you out? No, actually. I don't think I have. I don't think I've had that. I've had a couple of different glitches with Instagram, but not being logged out randomly. There's a couple of other cuter looks on Instagram. Gosh, this is one of those days where I'm looking back at myself. It's like, you know what? Yeah, I can be cute. Yeah, once I started growing my hair out. Sorry, am I simping for myself? Don't answer that. But yeah, no. Actually, I wonder if I can link to, like, find a link to the store itself. That's not it. Wait a minute. Oh, I think I have it mixed up with a restaurant. Audie cuddling her own body pillow well, one, I already have a Blahai, and two, I don't have a body pillow. Can't hug what ain't there. Where? Uh-oh. Okay. Let me see if I can find it. I don't think it was that one. Where? Ah, I think that's the one. If this is it, then I hope they have a website, because, yeah, that's the one. I'm trying not to give out too much information about it, because, well, for those who don't know, I've had a stalker situation before, and I don't want to deal with that again. Or people being close to my family and doing that. They have an Instagram, at least. I wonder if they have pictures that... Nope, no pictures. They don't really use it. Okay. Well, shoot. Okay. Pretty sure that is the store, though. Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, me and like 50s fashion just get along so well. I look so good as like... I think I look very good as like a 1950s, just full tilt housewife look. Remember that guy would totally hex their butt? They to be fair, it's been long enough to where I haven't heard them. Can you see when peeps clip stream? what I'll see is I'll just see the little count of clips bump up by one. Like, there was a time when everyone was clipping a certain moment, and it went up from like 3 to 12 or something. But I'll see the end result, unless someone shares that link in chat, in which case I will see that someone has clipped. Hearing you, it's like what happened to Finn the other day. The UK media docs, I heard about that. Yeah, like leaked Finn's full name and such because they were writing a hit piece on HRT. Which sadly doesn't surprise me, but it's just like, really? I really do hope that Finn will be okay. What a time for that to all happen and hit for Finn. I'm not sure if Finn, pardon my French, I'm not sure if Finn gives a shit if I exist, but if it means anything, please do pass like my regards and best hopes for his safety and well-being. Like, Finn's had a pretty strong effect on people I know, and even a certain effect on myself. And I do hope that Finn will be okay. I lost a clip of Smug Odyssey. I feel like if it got plenty of views, it'll probably be in the archive somewhere. I feel like it should be fine. Why am I sleepy? Okay. Thinking is hard. Why do I have to remember things? Stop it. But yeah, I do hope that Finn will be okay. Take care, Taro. Thank you so much for popping in. Have a great rest of your evening, okay? Yeah. I don't know why, but I just thought about this. I really like, and this is completely out of the blue. You ever notice how a lot of other VTubers will just kind of call each other just out of the blue? It's like, all right, I'm gonna call, like, watching New Year's thing. Oh, I'm gonna call Cotton. I'm gonna call Yuzu. I'm gonna call Cinder. I'm gonna call Bao or whatever. There's something kind of cool about that. I kind of like, I kind of like that. Eh? Oh, I wonder. Gotta bounce. Right, no, that I already saw that. Twitch Tracker's a good place to see clips. I suppose so, but I mean, you could also watch them on Twitch. That it's down below. Like, you can just pick the little tab that says clips. And by the way, I want to encourage something, partially because I don't see myself being able to do it myself for a while. If you want to clip my stream, go ahead. I used to have a lot of restrictions, like, oh, only in moments like this, not in moments like that, or whatever. It doesn't show Twitch 24-hour. Yeah, I didn't stream last, I didn't stream for a few days in a row, so there haven't been clips from me on Twitch. So, if you want to clip my stream, go for it. If you want to clip my stream and post that clip to YouTube, go for it. I would say wait a little bit after the stream is done before you post it, at the very least. I do know that Twitch wants some amount of exclusivity with the content. Yeah, no, I guess AXR just kind of reminded me. Oh, thank you for the hearts. I think the thing is, like, if you want to make clips, if you're putting it on your YouTube channel and you're doing whatever, and I'm part of that, you're good. Do what you got to do. Hydrate, that I can do. Hello, Lightning Strike. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well today. You know what I want to do? Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. What is a hydration for the evening? It's a combination between some gamer sups and some water. Different things. Did you hear about the bridge collapse? Yes, in Baltimore, right? to my knowledge, everyone that I know has been okay, but that's still a really big deal. I do hope that that as many people as possible are okay. You live in that state. Are you doing okay? Like, are you gonna be all right? Hello? Oh, I forgot him. Hello!
A mystery Shannon has appeared. How are you, my darling?
I am well. How about yourself?
Oh, fantastic. Doing wonderfully this evening. Hi,
Good.
hi. How is chat? How is chat tonight?
Let me see. Chat, how are y'all doing? I wish that I could, like, set it up to where when the call is active, that the call can get head pets too.
I am at my avatar on screen is if you're in the right position, I am absolutely nestled between your boobs. I'm so sorry to have pointed that out, but
Don't be. Listen. That's just hooking a homie up. That's just. I would do that. Listen. You think I'm gonna grow these and not share?
I think if you like turn your body fast enough, you can just like whack me in the side of the head with them, and I'll go like flying off to one side of the screen.
All right. My headphones are doing a weird thing. We'll find out.
We love it. We love it so much.
All right. I'm gonna do that over here and here. Okay. Not to sound too spicy, but chest pillows. Yes, honestly, like, and even outside of like joyful titty references, just like, you know what? It's just nice to have an ample chest. It speaks to something to me. I don't know. But yeah, no, you are welcome to hang out there. At some point, you will very likely be sharing that space anyway. So there's room for all in my ample bosom.
Oh damn! I was on sort of a drive by because hello Archimes. Hi.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are y'all?
I'm good.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Today kind of started oof, but then it became less oof as I streamed. It tends to do that.
That's good. That's good to hear. No, I saw on Twitter that you were having like difficulties yesterday, and I'm glad that those have been at least somewhat alleviated by the occurrences today. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's important to I don't know, there's something to be said for distracting. Arcane's a lot softer volume. Let me see what I can do.
Probably just because I'm quiet.
Was that any better, Latent, or is it still kind of... I'm sorry, I'm also eating carrots.
Hello.
Carrots.
I suppose I should talk to help with the volume checking.
I feel like you're doing fine. Pixie! Hello!
Oh.
The gang is all here.
Everyone is here.
How are you?
This summer, Shannon, Archines, and Pixie.
I can still do it! Yay! Sorry.
An Odyssey Eurobeat production starring Odyssey Eurobeat. Directed, produced, and written by Odyssey Eurobeat.
Starring Keanu Reeves. Whoa!
Whoa.
You're breathtaking. Sorry. Yeah. The homies have gathered, everyone cheer. Yeah. Give them
I
lots of
love
love.
how our like movie announcer voice is basically exactly the same. If we like both talk backwards and forwards during that and just blank the screen, no one's gonna be able to tell who's speaking.
Yup. Rated PG-13. Sorry.
Rated PG-13.
Rated M for mature.
I've got balls of steel.
Those alien bastards. Those alien bastards are gonna pay for shooting up my ride.
Do you know Duke Nukem is not a million miles away from Mr. Burns? They're kind of like a spectrum of the same voice.
Fell asleep to stream and suddenly other voices appeared. Is Audicast starting? Kind of, yeah.
Hi, Mako.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to turn you up just a bit. You are already at 200%.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. What I need you to do is to take the microphone and just really eat that thing. Put your mouth right up to it.
I can only put the mic so close to my mouth.
Oh,
It doesn't move.
the thing that we did with the software, I think you might need to go into that text file and like bump up that number. Do you remember?
I don't know where to go.
No worries. I could potentially dig it back up and like help. Let me see what I can do. I think it was like gain or volume. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. But yeah, no, it's just been a hot minute since we've all chilled like this, and it's like, yeah, let's do that.
I saw you had joined VC, and I was just like, is this open?
Yeah.
Can I join?
I'd hopped in, it's like, you know what?
Are we gaming tonight?
That's my secret. I'm always gaming.
Let's see. That's not it.
I've been looking for actually like sort of just like casual multiplayer games that I can do with sort of other VTubers and streamers and stuff. And I mean, one of them that I've kind of relied upon in the past is 100% Orange Juice.
Ooh, yeah,
and
yeah.
Good choice.
That's a pretty fun game. That's like a stupid anime board game with lots of like cute anime girls and characters and stuff in it.
But I
And,
love stupid anime and board games.
Yeah, yeah. And there's another game that I saw recently called Astral Party as well, which is a free-to-play game that's on Steam, which again is sort of like a PvP board game, card game thing, but I haven't actually installed it or played it or whatever. I actually got invited prospectively to a 4-player online multiplayer game of Sonic Shuffle, which is one of the Sonic games which I'm not like super familiar. It's basically developed by the guys who did Mario Party, and it
Ooh.
sucks. Like it's actually not very good at all.
Oh no.
Because instead of a dice roll, what you have is you have a deck of cards with numbers on them that have all the numbers that would usually be on a dice, right? So you can
Right.
either shuffle your deck and pick a random one, or you can like use special items in your turn to like turn over and see what's on each card and strategically like play the numbers to land on specific places and like eliminate certain numbers from your deck kind of thing. The problem with it is if you play it in single player mode, the computer players do everything in real time as an
Oh,
ordinary player
no.
would. So it takes hours to do like one stage on it, and then you can get the rug pulled out completely from underneath you right at the end and have to do it all over again. So it's really only fun to play with like actual humans. But if
sounds
you
awful.
do play it with actual humans, it's stupid levels of fun. It's great.
Nice. I think I've also seen Chibi playing Dokapon Kingdom or something. That one also looks pretty fun. It's got like a little bit of RPG elements in it.
Oh, that looks
Didn't that
sweet.
come out
Actually,
fairly recently.
Oh.
For the Switch, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think it is on the Switch.
I've been
Oh my God.
meaning to get around and play it.
Okay, so it's Idea Factory and Compile Heart. So it's the developers who did Hyperdimension Neptunia.
Oh.
So that's pretty cool.
Everything I've heard is that it takes upwards of an hour to complete a game.
The graphics on this, I'm looking at the Steam page right now, and the graphics on this are like absolute GameCube core. They're like 6th gen as fuck. They're so good. It
This
actually looks
for Dokapon?
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, like GameCube affectionate.
Yeah, exactly. It does. It definitely has that like GameCube Dreamcast kind of look. It's a little bit like the kind of I don't know whether or not you played any of the Grandia games, like Grandia and Grandia 2.
I don't think I have, sadly.
Oh, damn. Okay, so yeah, that kind of like late 5th gen, early 6th gen JRPG when all the characters are kind of like in their presence on the world map and the models that you actually use in game, they're kind of a little bit deformed and chibi-fied, basically.
Cute.
Rather than being sort of like, you know, photorealistic modern Final Fantasy style, you know, pretty boy kind of anime characters. They're all sort of like very like 90s looking, kind of
Yeah.
like vibrant big eyes and lots of brightly colored hair.
Oh gosh, I just had a flashback to like, oh yeah, Eddie's anime. Oh, I forgot the variety of aesthetics that hit in the 90s in terms of anime.
Yeah.
Then again, whenever I think about like a game having both chibified and regular graphics, I think about like Final Fantasy VII, because
Oh, right.
we think about like, oh yeah, Cloud, oh he's got this cool design, we know what he looks like, and then like you go back to the overworld and he's just this Duplo Lego looking fella.
What do you mean? I love his origami hairstyle. It's great.
Oh gosh. It's been weird. Like my relationship with games has been interesting lately because like I want to play more, but also one, I have had no time. Two, time is a nightmare. And three, what is third? Have I even bought a game recently? I feel like I did buy something recently, but I don't remember what.
I buy too much stuff and then forget that I've bought it and then don't play it, and then I look in my library and I'm like, oh, I should play that. Oh, I should save it for a stream, and then I never play it because I never stream that specific game.
Yeah.
And then I'll like play it. It's not short enough for me to complete in a single stream. I'll reach a difficult part, get burned out, stop streaming, and then never go back to it again. Although I cleared 2 games recently. Two. Actually, I think it was like both in the same stream. It was Penny's Big Breakaway, which is an awesome.
I've
3D
heard such good
platformer.
things about that one.
Oh god, it's so good. It's like actually amazing. So people say, oh, it's kind of a Sonic-like, but
I didn't get that
It's
vibe. It
more-
almost looked more like Mario Odyssey or something.
right. So I think it's more Sonic in spirit than in body. Basically, like that's kind of like it's the vibe and aesthetic, and the idea of a 3D platformer with sort of like downhill momentum based physics, because you play as a little she's almost like a kind of toy doll looking type character.
Yeah. And then she's got like a yo-yo.
Yeah, and her main sort of ability, the main draw of it, is like you get to use a yo-yo as your main like attack ability. And the yo-yo can do 2 things. It can either be
Nebula,
used
thank you
as
for
sort of like
follow. Sorry.
yeah, it can sort of be used as like a grapple to whack things and grab onto stuff, but also like if you're on top of like a hill or a slope or something, you can press the ride yo-yo button. You can like use it as a kind of I don't know. You use it as almost a sort of like a unicycle type thing. You jump on it
Yeah.
and you can gain
I've seen
momentum
that.
going downhill. And everyone's sort of like, oh yeah, this is exactly how the spin dash in Sonic should work. And I'm like, okay.
Is this better?
What's up, Pixie?
Is this better?
Not by much. Maybe put it to 32.
How about now?
I think you might have to hit save.
There's no place for me to save.
In the little notepad document.
Yeah, it's just in a notepad and there's no save button.
So if it's in notepad and you edit the number, you still have to hit Control S. It's usually under file.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is this better?
Say something again.
Better?
It sounds about the same. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
It could be like a refresh or restart or something. It's been a little bit since I've tinkered with that stuff. I'm sorry.
it's okay. I just have to change the number from preamp, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. It was on 20 and then it was on 24 and then I went down to 20 and then I went back up to 32.
Because I remember when we were working on that, it worked pretty instantaneously. If you do 32 and then you hit Control S or you go to File Save, and then I guess if you close the notepad, it should affect pretty quickly.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think
Shoot.
I'm out of cough. You can't hear me. Then
I can hear you okay. It's just like you're a little bit quieter than the other two. You're not like inaudible or anything
Yeah.
like that.
We can hear what you're saying to some extent.
I don't know how to control it. I don't know. I have like the worst luck with headsets, so
Oh.
What headset are you using right now?
Corsair. I did have a Razer, but the Razer freaking I don't know what happened with that piece of crap.
Oh, Razer's like famously excellent build quality. No, I had a Razer Blade laptop, like one of the 13-inch ones. It was like super slick and cool, and it felt really sturdy and solid and well built.
I just don't
But
know. I don't know. I started having issues with my Razor, which it was like a brand new headset, and I kept on getting it from everybody, like in voice calls, like, oh, there's a humming sound. Oh, we can't hear you. And then I switched over to this headset, and like it was still having issues, and then just to help me out, and then it was fine, and then now it's having an issue again. So I don't know what to do. So
are you?
I can hop out a call if it's hard to hear me.
I think
Right.
I think we're able to like hear what you're saying. I think that's plenty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, so like I mean, I continuously had difficulty with headsets and stuff when I was using the like onboard audio that was built into my laptop, like the headphone jack that was sort of like actually integrated into the machine. So now I just use like a really cheap like Ugreen USB to headphone jack adapter, and it's like even just having that fixes a lot of the stuff that goes wrong with internal audio. I don't know, genuinely, like I don't know how it's still so bad, but like onboard audio on PCs and laptops and motherboards and stuff is just has been straight crap throughout the entirety of history, it seems. So
I feel like it's one of the points that they skimp on because, like, oh, it's got these performance stats. This is going that much better. So it's like, oh, we don't need to worry about that anymore. It's like, no, you still do.
right. I mean, and this is the thing, is that like it's the kind of thing that if you get rid of it from a phone or a laptop or something like that, even if it's hot garbage, people will complain at you because it's one of those things that's like always been there. So you've got to have a headphone jack and you've got to have like a microphone jack and stuff. It's just like, no, just give me another USB Type-C port and I will plug my own adapters into it, kind of thing, right? Like, it's just frustrating.
It makes sense. I don't know, like, I've thought about, like, if/when I do eventually replace my current laptop and, like, getting one that's got, and I've thought about the audio. It's like, well, wait a minute. No, I usually just use an external sound card anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've perhaps evolved past the point of built-on audio. I think the standard is very good enough for office use. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, Jack from accounting's not gonna do it. Robert from invoicing isn't gonna do that. So we just need a headphone jack. Call it good. Does it put the sound out? Cut, print, check the gate. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it's like built-in webcams in laptops. They've been the same level of just trash since time immemorial, right? But if you think about the selfie cam on a phone, they're usually pretty great. So why don't they just use the selfie cam modules from phones as laptop webcams? I don't know.
I wonder. I guess that there's that difference between like what we use phones for versus what we use computers for. Like there's the analogy of like tablets and such versus someone likened them to like cars and trucks, because there's always going to be a need for trucks, but you know, we may not have much of a need for immediate cars per se. A lot of the quality on phones now is also software to a degree, but the camera has to do a lot of the heavy lifting, I think.
Yeah, I mean, and the other thing that kind of frustrates me is I almost wish that they hadn't bothered putting decent cameras on tablets, because there was a period of time, sort of early to mid 2010s kind of thing, in which like you would go to an event and it wasn't just people holding their phones up to film shit anymore. It was some motherfucker would pull a whole ass iPad out of their bag and just like hold it up like Simba from The Lion King right in the middle of your view of the thing that you were trying to watch and film like with their iPad. And I'm like, you've upgraded from filming on a tiny little device that has sort of like a 5-inch screen, which is a little bit annoying if you're seeing like an army of people filming like a concert or an event that you're at or whatever. But now everyone's holding up these like giant iPads. I'm thinking, oh, come on, guys. Really?
Yeah.
You know?
I'll be right back, guys.
Okie dokie.
That's all right.
I recommended, so real quick, the software that's being used for improving microphone stuff, I remember going over it, and I think it requires a restart every time that text document is updated. So,
Yuck.
I am partially responsible for why she's had to restart. That's at least a little bit on me.
Right. That's a shame. That's a shame. I
Yeah.
don't even know. I wouldn't even know like how to remedy software like that. Like, um, I'm somebody who's not afraid of clipping. Is one of the pieces of advice that I always give to like VTubers and stuff who DM me and are like, "Hey, Shannon, how do I fix my audio setup? And how do I make my sound good? I've got my volume nice and low, and I'm trying not to clip." My advice to you, and pay attention to people in chat as well, would be don't be afraid of clipping, because if you trigger the flag and your audio input says that you've clipped, you might have only clipped for like one sample, which would be literally like less than a 10,000th of a second. You're never going to be able to hear that and notice that, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's better to be consistently loud enough and clip occasionally than constantly be dipping in and out of a minimum acceptable volume threshold and never clip. It's like, yeah, I mean, if you're recording in 24-bit in a studio environment and you can edit everything in post and amp the gain up afterwards, it's like, yeah, sure, there's no point in redlining your meters and stuff.
Yeah.
But if you're in like real-time broadcast or like a live call or something like that, a little bit of clipping isn't going to hurt anybody.
Don't fear
so
the
it's
clipper.
better. Yeah, exactly. Don't be scared of clipping, you guys.
Sorry. Oh gosh. But yeah, no.
I always recommend, actually, to be honest, I always recommend Logitech headsets to people. I mean, it might be worth, if you get like a wireless headset, for example, the actual like audio input is always digital, so it's always running through like whatever the USB audio adapter is that they give you to connect to the wireless headset. So it's kind of abstracted from the limitations of your motherboard, so to speak, just by virtue of it being what it is. So the hilarious thing is, actually, there's a piece of software called SonarWorks Sound ID.
Sonar, yeah.
Yeah, no, I thoroughly recommend it if you guys are music producers and you produce music on headphones. SonarWorks Sound ID is fantastic. So for those of you not in the know, what it does is hi there. It applies like a correction curve to your headphone output. So every like pair of headphones, every model that you get will have like a different frequency response. So what this company has done is they've got like a sample of hundreds of examples of one particular model of headphone and measured the frequency response on them, so it can apply like the reverse of that to your headphone output in order to make that pair of headphones sound completely flat. You can get like really flat, accurate results out of super dirt cheap headphones if you use that. So if you're like a bedroom producer and you can't afford like a decent set of speakers and you haven't been able to treat your room, or like on a very tight budget, you need to use the same set of headphones for streaming and voice calls as you do for mixing and stuff. Yeah, SonarWorks Sound ID, very good piece of software. There are Logitech headsets which are apparently accurate enough after curve correction that you can use them for mixing and music production and things. And one of them is one of the wireless. One of the wireless headsets. So I might be switching to that for streams.
Really quick, before we go on too much further, one, hello Zenny, and two, welcome back Pixie.
Thank you. Do you hear me better?
That's better. Yeah.
Oh, that's tremendously better. Yeah,
measurably better. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yippee! Sorry, guys.
Don't be. That happens. Like that is how microphones do. But hey, you did that. Like you fixed that. Good on you. Like congratulations. Now here's the challenge. I need to go to the bathroom real quick. Can I let y'all to entertain for a smidge while I do that?
Absolutely.
All right, I will be right back. I'm not gonna do words on stream. I'm gonna let y'all take care of it. But you've heard of Between Two Ferns. This is Between Two Boobs. I'll be right back.
Nice.
I see.
That's fine. Model goes limp. It's sort of like the anime thing where like the little ghost soul leaves the body, where they get like kind of shocked, a little white ghost comes out of the mouth, kind of thing. And you need that. Actually, you need that. Odyssey needs that as her
Yes.
away animation. Just like a ghost escapes from mouth. Bleh.
Yeah. I've seen that one before. Yeah.
Love that so much. Actually,
Oh,
I was gonna ask, have you guys been watching any anime recently?
Demon Slayer.
not recently, no. And yes, Daniel, Iron Mouse does have that ghost coming out of her mouth when she goes BRB.
I thought I was so original thinking that up, but if someone's already got it, that's fine.
Yeah. Mousy has that included with maybe one or two of her models. So when she goes away, like you'll see like a little dead ghost coming out of her mouth.
Oh, that's
So
incredible.
when she's away,
love
so
that.
it's pretty cool. Uh-oh.
It's definitely a thing. Oh wow, that like hammer strikes me directly in the head.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I've actually been rewatching Hellsing Ultimate.
Okay.
Damn. So, in terms of like shows and stuff from around that era, I literally just for the first time, I've never seen it before. I've just finished Code Geass.
Nice. I've been meaning to watch it.
Lelouch is such a well, I've taken to calling him Ledouche because he's a massive asshole until like the last episode when it's like, oh damn. Oh, he actually had to be an asshole. Otherwise, he would have been killed by people who would very much have taken advantage of the fact that he wasn't an asshole. It's like kind of incredible. But yeah, no, I watched like the first couple of episodes of Hellsing years and years ago. Though it was like at the anime club at my university.
Not gonna lie, very
Did I get
hard
bonked
watch.
while I was away? Also, hi, I'm back.
Yes.
Yeah, we
Bonked
found it
and
like-
jailed.
I saw the
I don't know why you
jail. That
were-
was just I was
yeah.
coming back. I see.
The
see.
boop animation, the poke, the little hand that comes up and pokes,
Yeah.
was poking you directly in the eye, like the eyeball of your limp, lifeless model.
No,
And
that's kind of
when the hammer-
cursed.
when the hammer was coming down, it was impacting directly on the top of my head. So we've been the victims of serial abuse from chat.
Yeah, that sounds like a Twitch chat. Also, I realized that I think in the moment I forgot to say, I forgot to say it properly. Hello, Nebula. Sorry, I know who you are. Welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. I think and just now, Saxpone with a 2-year subscription. Can we get some love in the chat for the amazing, the darling, the absolutely precious, the goodest girl, Saxpone? 2 whole freaking years of subbing to this absolute gem woman and 2 years of subscribing. Great to have you. Please enjoy your emotes, your sub badge, being part of the Oddities community. Create some love in the chat for the one, the only, the amazing Saxpone. My darling, I hope you're doing very, very well today.
Hi, Sax.
Yeah. Oh, I got a friend request on Discord while I was away. Evening Odyssey. I'm doing okay. I am here with some of my mods just to hang out for a bit. I decided to, like, you know what? Being alone is for not how I'm feeling right now. Let's do not alone. I heard about that. So glad that you're moving. Congratulations. And honestly, super happy that you're getting out of there. Super happy that you're going somewhere that you're going to love. And I hope that that everything with that goes fantastic. This Friday, that's soon, eh? Wow. Goodness gracious. Ah, the move. Meanwhile, I'm just waiting on insurance. Got hit. I am so sorry to hear that, Suikune. Not gonna lie, like, I don't know, insurance and moves kind of reminded me. Rent went up on the apartment. It'll start hitting, the new price will click into effect in May.
Yikes.
No.
Not gonna lie, had me looking for a. Oh, I actually have a story about this now. Sorry, thank you
God.
for getting me on this. So, I was disappointed. I'm like, oh no, my rent is going up. I should probably, consider finding a place that's more affordable. So I look and I see a deal that looks really good. I'm like, wow, that is a surprisingly good deal given what this kind of apartment usually goes for. Let me check and see how that's going. So let me see if it's still here. I think I might have gotten rid of it. Uh-huh. So, I sent an email with my, with my contact info, just being like, hello, I'm interested in the unit. I'd like to know more about, what's going on. And so I get, hello, name. How are you doing? This is name. No, this is, we'll call her Ruth. I'm the owner of the property. You got your email that you're interested in my rental. Pricing, whatever. Here's my ad. When are you planning to move in? It's like, oh, that, she's moving quick. It's like, oh, when do you want to come in? It's like, wow, she's really eager. It's a pleasure to hear from you. Yes, I'd be very interested in learning more about the unit and what you're looking for in the next tenant. Oh, that's the ad. Yep. And it's available now. You can move anytime if you want. No kind of security deposit. Just pay the first month to move in. It's only price. Wouldn't be a good time to make a schedule for viewing it and meeting you in person. Hold on a second. She's really going quick, isn't she? How soon would the unit be available? Ideally, I need some time to give my current situation notice and pack and such. Okay. Can you come tomorrow at 4 p.m.? I'm free. Is that okay with you? That's a little too early for me. So I go,
The ring of desperation about it, doesn't it?
yeah, Spacey Bat, hello. Bats. I hope you're doing well today. So I go, is there a time on Monday or Tuesday that works better? I have an obligation on Sunday evening, and may I ask if the price is for the whole apartment or just one of the rooms? Ruth responds, yes, Monday at 4 p.m., full apartment rent. Will you move in just by yourself or with somebody else? Girl, I have not touched the spot yet. You do not need to know that right the hell away. So I go, I do have a meeting on Monday, but could meet you after that? Or Tuesday, that time could also work. Okay, no problem. Will you move in just by yourself or with somebody else? I get a message elsewhere, so I start responding to that message. Ruth sends, are you still there? She's really like, you're too slow on me responding to her listing. So I respond, the first time a little bit thrown off, like, my apologies for the delay. I'd be there by myself. And Ruth goes, okay, if you don't mind me asking politely, do you have any evictions, criminal records, or landlord-related judgments? I do not. Sounds good. You'll need a process. I believe that's okay. Oh, yeah. After complete it, you can come to fill out and review the rental application. I believe that's okay with you, right? Text me your email so that I can send you the application link. I get another message elsewhere, and I start doing that. Are you there? I respond with, I'm juggling a few conversations at the moment. My responses may not be immediate. I will respond when I can. Are you still interested in my rental? The audacity. Girl.
So what is so wrong with the place that she's like so obviously desperate to shift?
That's what I'm worried about. Like she is pushing. Like it's not even a matter of like I'm eager to get you there. It's you're wasting my time by not being here now. So I go, if you're demanding immediate responses, then incredibly I'll be declining at this time. I wish you the best of luck in your search for the right tenant for it. Her response, before I blocked her, was, I know you misunderstood me, but you're not giving me anything. You'll do it yourself. I'll just see from the last report whether you're evicted or not. So you need to proceed with the application first before the meeting for security reasons. I know you misunderstood me. I know you misunderstood me. I just don't want to live in your apartment now. This is going to be great. I want to rent from someone like you in hell.
That's incredible. Well, I mean, can you imagine the attitude of a person like that if you were actually their tenant and you needed them to fix something or, repair an issue or whatever?
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of reminds me of the time where, like, one of the worst experiences I ever had renting. I mean, it was from somebody who was ostensibly quite nice too, right? Like they were good landlords up until the point at which they had me on a 1 month rolling contract effectively, and we hadn't like signed the 6 month contract for the next like rental term. And this is actually something that's kind of come back to bite me quite recently. So it was like late. I want to say late 2021, early 2022, that I was like, cool, I'm out of money, so I need to leave. And I wasn't able to find somebody to replace me. I did leave before the end of the month. So I was like, I'm going to pay for this month, obviously, but like, I'm gone kind of thing. And they said, well, you're 1 month into the next 6 months rental period. I'm just like, wait a minute. The 6 month rental period was implied by the fact that the previous 2 rental periods lasted 6 months, but I got contracts that I signed at the beginning of those, so I'm technically renting with you out of contract, so I only owe you for the month. And they were like, yeah, get fucked. We're still keeping your deposit. I'm like, okay, cool, fine, yeah, sure. Not only that, but I found out this year that they told the council there, like the local municipality,
Yeah.
that I was still living in that flat and I was
What?
liable for the tax for it for the 6 month rental period after I had moved out.
That's messed.
So it gets even better than that. The council, the local municipality around like the apartment where I used to live, they didn't bother like trying to contact me because my phone number's changed since then. My email address has changed since then, and they had like no way of getting hold of me. So the first I knew about this was a debt collection enforcement officer came and visited my flat where I live now in London at
Oh my gosh.
6:45 in the morning.
What?
Yeah. 6:45 in the morning, the doorbell goes off, and like we have two doorbells. There's the one for like the buzzer to get into the building in the first place, and then
Yeah.
like the one for my door specifically. So like the building entry buzzer goes off, and I'm just like, wait, what? And it woke me up as well because it was 6:45 in the morning, and the buzzer went off, and I'm like, there's no way I'm answering that. Like I'm not answering affirmatively to anything if I don't know that somebody's visiting. And so
Right.
I kind of like turned over and went back to sleep. And then when I went downstairs, pushed under the front door of the apartment building, bearing in mind I live on the 3rd floor, right? So went all the way down to the lobby area and pushed under the door was a handwritten letter, like a handwritten envelope with my name on it. And I picked it up and I was like, oh, okay. I opened it up and it was like actually signed by a bailiff. And it had like the official stamp of like the council from the place that I, used to live, telling me that I owed several £100s in unpaid council tax, which is just like, no, I don't, because I have not. I have like proof of address from the time that they're accusing me of living there.
Yeah.
Because I was claiming like low income benefits in London
Yeah.
while they were still trying to charge me for tax up on like the other side of the country where I used to live. It's
Yeah.
crazy. And the problem with it is now that it's gone to a collection agency, they're basically just a solicitor. So there's now no way, unless they actually get me in court, for me to tell them, yo, I don't owe this money and I can prove it to you. Like, I was supposed to be notified and contacted by them before they sent an enforcement officer where I get to like make a case against the idea that I owe the money. But now, in order to make that case, I will have to push it to the point at which it goes to court. So that means that I have to ignore this debt collector until they actually serve me with like a court summons notice. So don't know when that's coming.
Jiminy Christmas, I'm sorry that you're going through that. Like,
Yeah.
just, and honestly, I feel
It's-
like there's a special place in hell for the kinds of folks that like manage properties and pull awful crap like that.
Like
Just like,
shit like that, right?
yeah, where it's so clearly just
Exactly.
beyond the pale, where it's just like, yeah, we know that's not what we're supposed to do. Get screwed, get bent, get dunked on.
Yeah, yeah, and also like on the council as well for like they couldn't find out where I lived, and couldn't find like a point of contact or a phone number or an email address or whatever from me. So instead of like getting that and then trying to contact me, they gave it to a debt collection agency and had them use their, I don't know, network of super stalkers to find me instead.
That's
and they just went
purely such an
straight to the debt
intimidation
collection
tactic
stage.
too.
Yeah, which is crazy, and also like 6:45 in the morning. Like,
Yeah,
fucking
that's
serious?
that's an intimidation tactic. Also,
Yeah, for sure.
earlier with the "Are you there?" making me think it was a bot. I didn't know that they were only the French will do. I didn't know they were training bots to be assholes when it comes to property. Like, just full tilt, just dickmode.exe and run.
Hey yo, oh, I haven't been checking chat. Oh, we got Spacey Bat in chat.
Yeah,
today?
Spacey Bat's
Hello?
here. Yeah, Spacey Bat, Sax, Pinkaboo. Okay, we got all kinds of cool people today.
Spacey Bat, one of definitely in my top 3 all-time favorite Batgirls. Wow.
Yeah. Spacey Bat's really high up there. Easily
The
top
other
3.
two, the other two are Rouge the Bat from Sonic Adventure 2, and also Orvanelle now as well.
Yep.
There.
Yep. The competition has grown. The plot thickens.
Exactly. And now I have a total monopoly over the purple-haired femboy market.
Hold that thought. I'm the thought. Hold me. Vanilla, speaking of which, with 79 months of subscribing, can we get some serious love for the goodest
what?
kitty bat? The goodest Batgirl. Up there with Space Bat. Some of the greats indeed. Vi, you are so amazing. You're adorable. Did I say femboy? No, wow. Did I just really default to that? I am so sorry. Girl.
No. I used that term to describe myself. Jade.
Okay. I missed. Okay. I was like, wait, did I say the thing? I've been lately. I've been putting my my foot in my mouth metaphorically. Did you miss your? Yes, Sax. Avanil is our adorable kitty bat girl. Purple Batgirl musician VTuber gang is out in full force tonight. Yes, and I'm glad that you're here.
Why is it always purple? Damn.
You see, I missed that memo. I went to red. I went to the warmer color.
Nice. We've got to make a red and purple pride flag and just make up a definition.
I mean,
for it.
isn't that the no, the bi flag is purple and pink, right? Something like that.
Yeah, it is.
I should know these things.
Purple and green, your daily dose.
Here's your daily dose of bisexual flag. Sorry. The kitty bat flag. Yes. I feel like it would just be like purple with like a cat on it, or just like no, :3. Just purple with like :3 and like white text so it'll stand out. Just eh.
But yeah, no, I was gonna say I now have a monopoly on the purple-haired femboy market. Don't worry, I'll turn the lights out when I leave.
Wait. Hold up. Sorry.
Don't read too much into that.
I shan't. Violet's such a pretty ninja. Yeah, right? I'm sorry. This has suddenly become us just doting on Violet on Avanil. Get loved on. Get heckin' doted on. Binch. But yeah, no, like I haven't been. Hello, Achieve Hunter. I'm doing better now. I'm glad that I streamed today. But yeah, I started looking around for new places and it's not going very well yet. Get loved on you. We were say yes. I mean, Sax, you're next, being adorable and dote onable. Yeah, no, here's the thing. I don't want to leave this. I don't really want to leave this apartment. I like what I have, but the sheer number of it, like this is probably gonna be like June, July. I'm looking at places. I'm not going to places because there's no way in hell I'm going to actually do that. Because let's be real, I still got to pay my taxes if they'll even allow me to pay my taxes and like add it to my existing plan, which Lord knows. And then I have to worry about saving up for the next place and having enough to get out of this one and move to the next one and just. I don't want to move, but it's at the point where I need to look into what's viable. I want to stay close to here. I really like it here, but doing taxes, yeah. And it's even worse when you're a content creator because you're self-employed. If you don't already pull the tax out of everything you do, ouch. Here's the process of doing taxes as a content creator. You earn this much. Yeah, but all of this went to the following expenditures. Yeah, but you earn this much. Yeah, but here's the categories, here's the expenses, and I had to earn this much to make a living. It's the Bay Area. Yeah, but yes, I earned this much. All right? Snaps a glove. Bite the pillow. There will be no lube.
Jeez.
Like, just they're gonna like grab my tongue from the opposite end and play me like an accordion. It's just no good. That was a really bad metaphor for that. I'm sorry. Point is, like, it is it's a really bad metaphor. I'm just realizing the extent of it. I'm sorry.
I'm still processing the implications personally. But,
I'm
Yeah.
still processing the words.
Let's just say I'm screwed. And it's just like, it's bad. I need to not owe as much as I do, but it's just, that's what it does. I have to do all my accounting books and then do all the taxes from our organization. Yeah. That's life. I'm so legit happy you're one of us now. Yeah. Earlier today I had that moment of like, you're one of us now, doll. Return that first. Yeah. I need to think of better. I need to be doing better at some of these expressions by now, but, hello, Eli Shane. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well today. But yeah, no, taxes are scary. So I'm not going to be doing anything about anything until I've got that squared away. I haven't even been working on projects because I've been needing to worry about that. But we have very little time left today, so I'm not going to spend too much time on talking about that particular subject. Doing good cooking for some friends tomorrow, so I'm excited. That is always fun. I know, and I've just been head patted. Goodness. Thank you for the head pats. I'm Tuckaroo. Hello. And thank you, Eli. I pull off the goth pretty well, let's just say. Yeah, Chief Hunter is here. Yeah, Chief Hunter, like, pinged a couple things in chat, too. But, yeah. So for those who don't know, or who haven't seen the title, this is my last stream before I go to Babscon. Bay Area Brony Spectacular. And, it's gonna be a time. It's gonna be a good time. Actually, not gonna lie, I put my set together for it. And, it's the first time in a while that I've really properly looked at, like, Circle of Fifths. I Can Never Leave. I want off Mr. Bones' Wild Ride. There is. Yeah, I started looking at the actual, like, key and, like, how to mix fluidly from, like, E flat to, like, F to C to G to, like, all that to, like, get it all to work. And it'll work tempo-wise, too.
that's awesome.
Circle Fifths and I do not have a good speaking relationship.
Hold that thought. Latent has redeemed a nya. Because of course. Also, would anyone like to join me on this nya?
Yeah.
Any
No.
takers? Okay. Meow. Am I gonna? Oh, dog barf. Sorry. All right. Allow me to prepare the nya. Ready? And remember, I learned this technique from Saxophone, the best of kitties. Nya, 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 nya.
A whoop?
Thank you for the head pats. It somehow doesn't make it stain my soul any less.
I have a pair of cat ears on at the moment. I might as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can even give you a nyada nyada if you.
Ooh, I mean, I'm not going to decline that. Free nyada nyada. I'm always down for that. Nyada nyada. Taskaru! Thank you. We are blessed. My skin is clear. My crops are thriving. Okay, how would nyada nyada go? All right. I forgot I still have Reaver on. Nyada nyada. Iko danye.
Eco done, yeah. Oh my god. That's fantastic.
Listen, the dedication to the bit. That was so cute. Thank you, Shannon. My lineage will continue strong. We did learn from the best sax. We did learn from the very best, didn't we? Where do I get cute streamer now? I want to keep cute streamer. I think you misunderstand, gamer. We keep you. Sorry. I had that made a lot more sense in my head. I don't think it actually translated properly.
So the only like it's the contrast between the implication of
I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me.
versus
I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me.
Dang. Okay. Picture call. Oh my gosh.
the gear change. I learned all of my best voice tips from Yuko EX on YouTube.
Yuko, yeah, I know Yuko. Yeah, Yuko's cool.
Good. I'm
Yeah.
glad.
I think I saw her TikToks before I saw her YouTube stuff.
My YouTube recommendations are, well, incriminating. I love it how
Okay.
we're like the jail keepers whenever you get put in jail.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
We're exempt from imprisonment. Oh no, honestly, it looks like you didn't pay your tax. Go to prison.
Oh,
Oh no!
We're just
Wow.
oh no,
Oh.
my
You know
heart.
it's bad when even the Joker doesn't want to fuck with the IRS.
That's right. I remember that.
But the IRS, no, thank you.
That was Mark Hamill as the Joker, right?
Yes.
Do not pass go. Do not click $200. Yeah. Sonic
Yeah,
avoids
we're
the
all
IRS.
just visiting.
mean-
Mikotan, I remember that from. I don't know whether or not you ever saw the second Ace Ventura movie.
I've seen
but
the
there's a
second one
guy
more than the
who-
first one, actually.
Yeah, no, the second one's actually much better. Like, I always
Much.
thought the first one, it was sort of like one of the first movies that Jim Carrey did after his kind of stint on SNL doing impressions and stuff. And a huge amount of the humor of it relies on you knowing that he did impressions of specific celebrities on SNL.
Yeah.
And I'm not super well, but unfortunately, like, A, I'm too young, and B, I'm from the wrong country to really, like, know the kind of celebrities that were famous in the 80s that Jim Carrey was doing impressions of, except his Captain Kirk. And I realized that, like, my Captain Kirk impression is actually an impression of Jim Carrey doing an impression of Captain Kirk.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, which is kind of dreadful, but no, the second one is a lot more original, where he
Yeah.
like kind of one punch knockouts the dude who looks like the Monopoly man, and
That's right.
It's the
Do not
must
pass
be
go.
the
Do not collect
Monopoly guy."
$200.
Yeah, there it is, exactly, and then, like, that's always what it reminds me of whenever I see that. It's one of the it is definitely one of my movies of all time. I think
Yeah.
yeah, Jim Carrey got like funnier as his career in film went on.
Yeah.
The Grinch. Oh my god.
Yes.
The Grinch is like,
Oh my
unironically
gosh.
one of my favorite Christmas movies.
Absolutely. Oh, take care, Pinky. Y'all, can we
Because
get
you
some
can go
love in
one
the
of
chat
two
for
routes.
Pinky? For Pinkaboo ICU.
Yeah.
Yeah. Much love. She's one of my besties. Oh, I've been told to drink, and drink I shall.
Sax Pony says, "Drink woman." Well,
No,
sounds
no,
very
no. I know where you're going with that, and I wanted to do that too, but if I don't get to... I mean, you can, but I can't really stop you, but also... Rolling Cloud says there's new instruments available. Oh, boy. Sorry.
I was going to say the only
fluid I consume is the gender fluid.
What is... Okay, that voice, that reminds me... Okay, what is that from? It sounds like... What's the one that did, like...
You slumber, cucumber.
Oh my god! Oh, Xavier, Renegade Angel.
Yes! Okay, yeah,
you
yeah.
slumber, cucumber. You snooze. You
lose.
lose. You sleep. You weep.
We both reveal the loincloth.
Oh
That's
my
incredible.
gosh.
I love that so much. You know what it's like? Somebody tweeted recently, like, I can't even remember what it was, but it was like a tweet where they did the tweet in the style of how the character from Xavier Renegade Angel would have said it, and I just totally read it in his voice. That show, the audio and the dialogue and stuff is cut together like the sound editing in Sonic Adventure 2, when like the characters all kind of talk over themselves and each other. And I was like, oh my god, I heard that with all of the weird sort of like echo effects and like cutting the voice lines and stuff into each other. It was, oh god, it was incredible. But yeah.
Oh gosh, that I don't think I ever properly watched the show, but I watched a couple of clips from it, and it's just like, even those were enough, just like, oh, life is
Yeah, I was kind of
now.
addicted to like watching stuff, like watching clips and stuff on YouTube from that. It was
I feel like-
astonishing.
I feel like that show would probably have a similar effect as like Homestar Runner in terms of vocabulary. Oh, really
Right.
excited to see you, and you get to see me perform as DJ on the main. Oh, that's great, Chief Hunter! Congratulations! And I will
Can I-
indeed see you on the main stage.
Can I link the tweet in chat?
Sure.
Because yeah, I want to link the tweet in chat.
Singto,
It's just
yeah.
like, yeah,
Sorry,
it
I'm
was, it
familiar
was
with Singto
Singto's
Conley.
tweet,
Yeah.
and it was about it was after Porter Robinson dropped
Oh my gosh.
Cheerleader, which is a banger song,
Absolute
by
banger.
the way. Like it's incredible. But yeah, if you like call it up on screen, I'll do it in Xavier's voice. It's like,
Yeah, I've been to the port of Robinson and I got my wish. Full thinking, buddy. This musician is not giving mother. I need to take shelter during these years of war and let a fellow feel me. You feel me? Stop. Something's uncomforting. It's time to say goodbye to a guy.
yeah,
Oh
there.
my gosh.
I love it.
I just clipped my own microphone with applause.
That's great.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was beautiful, though. That was
And
a moment.
all the weird jump cuts and echo effects.
Oh my goodness. There's so much that I look back on. It's like, wow, that was something that I probably would have enjoyed if I caught it at the time. There's just no time for media these days. Just, oops, I'll work.
Yeah, you know that's the funny thing about it, right? Like people are always constantly complaining about streaming services, and the fact that there is such a proliferation of different streaming services available now that you can never subscribe to all of them because the amount of money that would cost would be equivalent to what would have been like a cable subscription
Yeah.
back in the day. So like basically the streaming ecosystem has just turned into cable. The
Also,
problem with analyzing it in that way. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Archines, I saw you light up for a second. I thought I saw you light up for a second. Was it a false alarm? Ah, all good. You are, by the way, how's your position? Are you doing okay? You comfy there? Cozy?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Good. Listen, I want to make sure, I like being a good host. If someone's going to hang out between my titties, I want to make sure they're having a good time. You know? That's just how it is. Yeah. Earmuffs. Sorry. The
Honestly, I've
dream.
been struggling to pay attention this whole time.
I'm sorry, what?
I've been struggling to pay attention this whole time.
Eyes up here. Eyes up here. Pillows. Yeah, exactly. Facts. Well, we've got to catch up, kitten. Hang out, and you've. It's just a matter of time, darling. Ah, the joys. Listen,
yes.
it's not even like a spicy thing. If I had that level of booba, like currently, I would absolutely just allow them to be. I would put them to work like that. It's like, listen, you need to shut out the world. I got you. But what about shh? Can you hear anything? No. Good. I would, but I don't want to intrude.
That
Aw.
just reminds me of like the short Inksy posted recently. It was just like, is this? You need to ask yourself if this is a problem boobs can fix. If so, then boobs. If not, then you might want to see if they're.
I feel okay. Inksy is the one. I think Pixie. You might. Will you recognize Inksy? That's the one with the butterfly in her hair and that head pat gif, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Inksy's so cute. I love the one where it's she's like, so I am a I was assigned a woman at birth and I identify as a woman, but if the mac and cheese box that I cooked up was any indication, I'm also a family of 4.
Yes.
I quite liked that. And for some reason, I have a lot of love for like jokes that subvert that expectation. Like what was the Mario one with like, oh, so you're into pronouns, huh? Well, hey, let me see that. Woohoo! Yahoo!
Yeah.
Glorious, amazing. Honestly,
I would trade one of my organs to have Charles Martinet say that.
oh my gosh, yes. Yes, just immediately. And the thing is, I could see him being like kind of conflicted about that though. I feel like he's too wholesome to say the word titties.
It's also a shirt.
It's okay.
No.
We could go back to having John St. John say it instead. That's all good.
Also, Honestly, why do I see that kind of shirt being like, you know, the old Big Dogs shirts? Like, Big Dogs? Like the if you can't handle the heat, stay out of the kitchen in like 3 different
Yeah.
fonts, and there'd be pictures of like dogs with sunglasses.
Yeah.
Somehow I could see that kind of shirt, like with that kind of caption. You're into pronouns, huh? Let me see them titties.
You mean like this?
You're into pronouns, huh? Let me see them titties. Titties.
Oh no.
Yeah. No, do you know what they remind me of? That kind of reminds me of like the old. I want to call them sort of like corporate boardroom focus group. What are the kids
Yes,
into
the
nowadays? But in
motivators.
gamer shirts.
Yeah.
It's just like.
I had to pause my game to be here. I'm a gamer, not because I don't have a life, but because I choose to have many.
Like that sort of thing.
Oh gosh, yeah.
We paused our game to be here.
You look like just enough XP.
I went outside once. The graphics were great, but the gameplay was lame.
Oh,
Oh, Snake! Do you want me? Oh, dude, do you want me to do a solid Snake impression, Jade?
Please.
Colonel,
You're into pronouns, huh? Otacon.
Oh, no.
See them titties.
Oh.
CQC. Metal Gear. Oh my God. Awesome.
Oh. Oh gosh, that whole era of corporate decided tood.
Yes.
See, the problem is, I could see someone like repurposing that with like old school Sonic, like first gen Sonic. I paused my game to be here. If this
Well, I mean,
if this offends you, I'll help you pack.
If you could, I could do that in Jaleel White's voice if you really
Oh,
wanted to.
So you're into pronouns, huh? Me
Oh
too.
no.
Gotta speed, Keed. Gotta buzz, cuz. Huh, you're into pronouns, are you? Well, let me see them titties.
Oh my gosh.
Well, hey there, Doc Buttnick.
Wow. Sorry, I just need a minute with that. No. I feel like we had that on VHS. The one that I remember, because like I grew up with the Genesis, and then we had, you know, we went out somewhere. I think I was in like Oregon when we found VHS of like, oh, there's a Sonic cartoon, and it's like, what was it? It was the one with I think it was like they turned Sonic slow, and one was like they turned him to stone. I forgot.
It would have been Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, yeah, it was-
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely like Scratch and Grounder.
Oh yeah. Scratch Grounder. So-
It's my turn to fight Sonic. I feel like Grounder's just kind of a.
yours is supposed to be detachable.
Oh my God, that Scratch impression! What?
Oh gosh. Have you heard his? Oh, Long John Baldry? Yes, I've heard. Well, okay, yeah, it depends on which voice actor we're talking about. Because like the current one is Long John Baldry, and then there was for a little while, like in the pilot, it was who's the voice of Winnie the Pooh? Jim Cummings.
Yeah, I think that was Satam. That one. Was,
Yeah, although he was also he was in the Adventures pilot as the pilot. Yeah.
Really?
And Jim Cummings is just every voice these days, or was in those days.
Of my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Long John Baldry. Yeah. So let the heartaches begin. I can't help it. I can't. I've heard that one. Yeah. Long John Baldry was a good singer.
You know, like Sonic's voice actor, his Japanese voice actor, Junichi Kanemaru, was like kind of an idol back in the early '90s before he was Sonic.
Yeah?
And he did a Christmas album, and it's really good.
Oh my.
Hey guy, take care. I can do fairly decent impressions of most Sonic characters. I can do several variations of Eggman.
I just
Sonic.
realized I can give you all head pats. For those who are not currently in my boobs, I can do head pats. Yay! Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. I get head pats, but and so does Pixie. But Archind is hanging out with his breast friends in the middle there.
Ah, yes, indeed.
I'm sitting abreast of the situation here. That's,
Indeed. What a titillating surprise.
Neat.
I breasted boobily to the stairs and titted downwards.
Oh shit!
Is ball life? Ball is always life. The question is, which ball?
Boobies.
Oh my gosh. Sorry. Oh goodness.
But yeah, it was the I think I don't know. It's kind of like the obscene knowledge of various different eras of like Sonic voice actors and stuff that I have. The one that we share, I guess, Buddy, is the Sonic OVA movie. You do a really good Tails.
Oh gosh. It's Tails. Sonic got a friend! That's not going to help you because I know everything you're going to do. Strange, isn't it? Grr. Okay, for the Sonic OVA, you just do a South Park Canadian.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Tails, I never thought you'd stoop that low.
Oh yeah, that was Knuckles, right? He just kind of sounded just like, yeah. I never thought you'd stoop that low. Oh.
Sonic, check out my bodyboard.
He sounds like he's got something. I don't know, like he's like one of those little kids that continuously sound like they have a blocked nose. Yeah, like a stuffy nose kind of thing. It is insane, Daniel. You're absolutely right. Like it's one of. I always still call it the Sonic movie, despite the fact that there are actual Hollywood Sonic movies now.
Let's be real, it's the Sonic movie. The ones that came afterwards are sequels. Didn't they do a callback to that movie actually? Like, didn't they give Knuckles the hat from the OVA?
Yes.
Knuckles has his like cowboy hat from the OVA. That has turned up in so much Sonic media and stuff recently.
I feel like people liked. Okay, not gonna lie. I remember hearing about the Sonic OVA, forgetting about the Sonic OVA, and then finding it through. Are you ready for this? An AMV for Heroes by Delta Force. I refound the Sonic OVA through Eurobeat.
Through Eurobeat.
Yep. Honestly, banger song for it too. Oh, yeah. And
so
now I
good.
associate, like, whenever I hear the song, it's like, oh, Sonic OVA. Oh, that song is good.
I think it's a genuine tragedy that they never actually released the full vocal theme officially from the credits sequence of the Sonic movie. The soundtrack bangs on that movie so hard, and they never put it out. So all that exists of it is just like fan recreations on YouTube. And speaking of fan recreations of old video game music have gotten so good now that there is an entire like Discord community dedicated to finding the original instrument samples and sources.
I think you told me about this. They like list the exact preset on which synth, right?
Yeah. So this was the Roland Canvas SC88 Pro Squarewave lead, and they've recreated a bunch of old like Super Nintendo and N64 tracks using the original synthesizers and things rather than like using the versions of those synths that were sampled in the game. It's like, no, this is a highest possible quality recreation of the entire Star Fox soundtrack.
Oh gosh,
it's genuinely insane. And the Corneria theme, like the remastered version of the Corneria theme, it sounds so good.
Ooh. Honestly, like
how Archine's name is just displayed as Gura moment.
I remember like, okay, I've been watching a lot of Bad Gear from Audio Pills. Welcome to Bad Gear, the show about the world's most hated audio tools. And I just recently rewatched the SC55 one, and I remembered the recreations of Golden Sun music from that, and just like, oh gosh, like Garo's theme in the SC55, just bliss.
Okay, give me a second, because I actually wrote a little parody script to a Bad Gear video. I've been told by like a bunch of people that I do a fairly good impression of the Bad Gear guy.
Ooh.
Welcome to Bad Gear, a show about the world's most hated audio tools. Today, we are looking at the golden boy synthesizer of I don't know, Reagan era boardroom music. The
Oh
Roland D50.
my gosh.
Yeah.
That is okay. That is actually kind of uncanny.
Well, yeah, it's. I was told that I do a good impression. I was trying to find the actual script itself, but I
At the
don't-
first glance,
don't
it's
have
checking off all the boxes.
it. Yeah.
I can't
At
do
the
that
first-
impression anymore.
At first glance, the Roland D50 is ticking all the boxes.
Oh
You gotta
my
get the, like, the
gosh.
information and stuff right.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Did he do one of the JD 800? I feel like he
No,
might.
he never
He did
did.
the boutique like JD 8 or something, like the miniature one.
Yeah. He said it
Yeah.
was bad.
Yeah.
He did the JB 1080, and I'm just like, nah, mate, that's not bad gear. That's good gear.
Well, here's the
What
thing.
are you talking about?
He doesn't call everything that shows up on the show bad gear. He actually prefers some of the stuff that comes through. Like there's some stuff that he'll be like, it's not bad at all. In fact, there's some stuff that he reviewed poorly that he ends up using on the regular.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Arkines, Pixie, how you doing?
Good, I'm good. I'm
Just
just hanging
vibing.
out.
Fair enough. I'm gonna give you both. I'm gonna give you all head pats again. Listen, if I receive them, then it's only natural that I give them out too. Thank you for the reminder, gamer. I should probably wrap up in about 7-ish minutes. Thank you for that, pets. Aw. Coast Guard have just suspended the search. Basically, that 6 people have died.
Yikes.
Oh, this is from the bridge.
Probably, yeah.
Jeez. I'm sorry to hear that, Lightning. And, good lord. I'm not entirely sure how to go forward with that, to be honest. I've been seeing a lot about that bridge. I don't know. It's just, I don't really know what to make of it. I know that, I think everyone that I know from Baltimore has been alive, but that's still awful. So soon, no more cute streamer. That's not true. But listen. I'll be gone for a few days. I'll be back before you know it, and I'll be posting pictures and stuff like that. I'll be around. In fact, if they're streaming the concert, I might point everyone to it. Actually, does Babscon have like a Twitch? I feel like Babscon has a
Yeah,
Twitch.
I think they have streamed it every year, I think. If I remember correctly.
Let me take a look-see. Yes, there is twitch.tv/Babscon. You'll be recording it. Very cool. Alright, I think I'm ready to start winding down. I need to let my voice rest. But, chat. And people with me in the call. Any questions, comments, remarks, redemptions? Last chance for a few days. Almost a week.
Oh no.
But I will be back.
You.
I'm gonna miss you too.
I'm gonna miss you, honey. Oh my
No,
God.
you. I'm gonna miss you. Stop it. Oh, Helianthus is watching. Allow me to blow you a kiss. Mwah. Whew.
Right.
I gotta do that because the mic doesn't pick up just the kiss and then I gotta put voice into it.
I'm gonna go slightly early, I think, because I was going to. I was gonna stream tonight myself, but I've been kind of putting it off because I haven't been feeling super well
Aw.
today. No, I managed to procure some sake from work, and it was like too old to sell. So like a lot of the stuff, we've been going on a bit of a purge of all of the booze that's like slightly out of date and that can't be sold. And they were like, "Hey, do you want to take the sake home because it's sort of expired and we can't sell it anymore?" And I was like, "Ah, yeah, sure, go ahead." And I drank it this lunchtime, and it's not only higher percentage than I initially thought it was. It was like 16%.
Oh,
and
jeez.
I did finish the whole bottle and then realized, oh shit, this is not good. But it was also cream sake as well.
That
so
does
it's
sound good.
unfiltered and has all of the like the rice pulp and stuff still in it.
Jeez.
But because of that, it was probably really not a good idea to drink it when it was that old and that far out of date. So my tummy has been not in a good mood with me since. So I don't know. I don't know.
Understandably.
But yeah, no, I was gonna. Well, if you, this is gonna sound like I'm doing a plug or whatever, but I was gonna stream a couple of like visual novels that I found
Ooh.
on itch.io of just like random LGBT themed stuff.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, no, so they're like a bunch of different visual novels that I sort of stumbled across. I thought, oh, what am I going to play? And I looked on the itch.io front page, and I ended up with 20 tabs open of just
Oh, wow.
different shit, to the point of yeah, not kind of having decision paralysis and not really knowing what to go for. Did it taste good at least? Vieira, it was phenomenal. It was absolutely delicious. It was so good. It was really tasty. It was like super fermented and very highly alcoholic, and I should not have put the whole thing in my body all at once. And that is absolutely what she said.
Get him.
I'm sorry.
It's all good.
But yeah.
What's it? I've thought about doing another like truth or drink stream, or I forgot how I did it before, but it would be neat to do a challenge like that again if I had the funds to do it, because I feel like alcohol is expensive, and I liked how I did it last time. It wasn't just all about getting drunk. Some of it was just like novelty beverages, and some it was also like really tasty.
Yeah.
No, that might be fun to do pretty soon.
Yeah,
truth or spin. That's right. And then the drinks were on there, and then there was like some punishments and challenges on there too.
I'm well, I mean, I've been trying to avoid alcohol recently because of well.
I mean, it's valid to avoid
like,
alcohol no matter what. Like, if you don't want to do it, don't do it.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's sort of like it's a little bit depressing. However, after and around New Year, I realized like in January and February that I was drinking kind of conspicuously more than I would previously have been, and I kind of realized that like, oh, this is actually legit kind of becoming a little bit of a problem, and I need to low-key stop. One time I did actually finish a 700 milliliter bottle of white rum in the space of 12 hours one day, and that's bearing in mind that it's like 37% alcohol.
Girl,
and
that's
I finished,
a lot.
3/4 of a liter of it, and I kind of knocked myself out for 12 hours, and I didn't like vomit, and I didn't have a hangover or anything like that. I was just like, yeah, the fact that I pushed my tolerance to this level means that I need to confront the fact that this has become a bit of an issue. But no, the only problem that I have is that if I have a bottle of something and it's open, I guess I kind of have a bit of a compulsion that's developed over the course of the last few months to finish it. Finish him. No, but it's yeah, that's something that I kind of have to keep in check. But like in the overwhelming majority of cases, like I've been home to visit my dad, and he has like a liquor cabinet, right? And I haven't touched it while I've been there, despite the fact that I have like had ample opportunity to do so. I kind of just look at it and I'm like, yeah, that's not a good idea. So I'm not going to do it, kind of thing. And I don't even like feel the urge to it. It's just that
On you.
if I have some and I'm on my own and I know I don't have anything to do that day, and I'm like, oh, I'll just have a little sip, and then 6 hours later I'm sitting there thinking, that was several sips actually. Yeah, no, it's.
I could see how that could get like. Oof.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. I was really upset with myself when I realized as well, because I was just sort of like, I've never been a person who has an addictive personality. Like, I vape. I like nicotine. Nicotine is supposed to be super addictive, but I can go for weeks at a time without touching it if I need to if I need to save money, if I'm in a situation where I can't afford to get a vape or I can't afford to get cigarettes. I just won't spend money on that. And it's completely fine. Like, I don't get cravings for it or anything like that. So this recent problem of, oh, I really like alcohol, apparently, despite the fact that I've been drinking, like I'm 28, right? Like, I've been drinking alcohol for a decade plus, because you can start drinking at 18 in the UK. And I did. Like, I went off to university and I got drunk in the pub with everybody, and it was completely fine. But developing a bit of a self-control problem with it earlier on this year took me so by surprise that I didn't really know how to deal with it and what to do about it. It's like a
Yeah.
really strange feeling. It's just like, oh, this is a problem I've never had before. So
Yeah.
I've always circumvented it by having the self-control not to fall into the problem in the
I mean,
first place. But
to some extent,
yeah.
the fact that you're able to recognize it before it got worse is a pretty good sign. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
that wasn't there before. Well, shoot, I should probably do something about that.
I should probably not become dependent on alcohol. No,
Yeah.
it was the worst part about it is the feeling of like, oh god, if you drink too much, you get this sort of feeling of kind of abdominal discomfort and swelling and stuff,
Yeah.
and it's basically your like liver complaining at you, basically. And it got to that point, and I was just like, cool, that is a bad sign, and I am gonna
Yeah.
ruin myself if I keep on doing this. So I've taken it upon myself not to. So there we go.
Yeah.
Sorry for talking about alcohol. That's real depressing. I do apologize.
I mean,
Jack.
we got into that after the discussion of like 6 people dying in the bridge thing. So it wasn't without some precedent.
That's okay.
I should say, probably last round of questions, comments, remarks, redemptions. I am a little bit over how long I was going to stream, and do have someone that needs to get a hold of me once stream is done. I also need to figure out who we're going to raid. Let's see. I see Cottontail, I see Henya, Matara, Chibi, Leah Kitties. I see Akami Karubi. I see Quinn Bennett. I see Nags, Cabal, Pumpkin Potion. I see Trees of Green, Red Roses too. Sorry, I see Inksy. I see Sugi
I see London.
Aoki.
I see France. I'm sorry.
Y'all can't see past. Sorry, those are the only things you're seeing. That's the end of the song. I see Alexandria, Fairy Sammy, Yumiko, Avalamp, Helie, Sorer, Teye, Mirden, Sanson. I think with that bets. I was not gonna lie, I was gonna see if Fenriru was streaming on Twitch. It appears not, and I don't think I see her on YouTube at the moment either. Sir, who do you think we should raid today? I see on YouTube we also have Hikari channel. I see also Quinn Bennett, Narissa Ravencroft, Doki Bird. I think Mari Yume is also streaming on Twitch at the same time.
Have you ever raided Inksy?
I don't think we have. We could raid Inksy. We have raided Doki before, but we haven't raided Inksy. I don't think Doki's on Twitch. Let me double check though. Pretty sure I'm following.
You're such a good girl.
There it is. Thank you for the 100 bits. I forgot that was on stream for a second there. Right.
Good girl femme voice for 100 bits. Damn.
Yeah, sometimes you add things and then you forget that you added them, and then it gets brought up again. It's like, oh, okay.
But
Doki
I
Bird is on-
can't hear the stream, so I don't know what that sounds like. But I can call you a good girl in the femme voice if you really want me to.
I think the reason I added it for a soundbite was partially, novelty, partially because I get bits from it. I get paid to be called a
Sit down.
It was so funny
Okay.
when.
Hold on, sorry.
Mine.
Yep.
Good girl.
I forgot that one goes hard. Oh. Sorry. I needed a minute. I'm sorry, you were saying?
Are you okay?
That one is a really deep voice. It was just like...
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I thought it was really funny the one day that you were doing your pata dancing, and all of a sudden, like, you were talking, and then that Redeem came on,
Mm-hmm.
and you just looked at the screen, and you just, like, threw your phone on the couch, and you just, like left.
I just didn't know what to do with myself. It just surprised me so severely. It's
Your
like,
face was so funny. Your reaction was great.
and I love how the mic still clipped. Like, it didn't catch it. It's like... ah! Which, honestly, yeah, that's about my reaction, really. All right, it is about that time. I think we should raid Inksy, but before we go, do y'all have anything to say before we end the stream for before next week?
Wow. I was gonna offer to add to supplement and concur with the sentiment in chat that you are indeed not just a good girl, but best girl.
You can't make me flustered and cry at the same time, damn it. I mean, you can, but stop it.
Well, first one, then the other, right?
Fine. I won't.
Wow. Jessa, oh my god, you're such a good girl.
No, you are such a good girl.
No, you can't.
Oh yeah. Does that resonate, darling?
That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you play the Uno reverse card.
No, you.
Actually, I think you'll find it is you who is the good girl.
You are really the
You're
good girl.
such a good girl.
God, and someone redeemed it again. Thank you, Anon.
Yeah, or even in Japanese, anata wa good garu desu ne.
Iko da ne.
Good garu.
I always thought it was Iko. Oh, Iko is like good kid, like good boy or good girl.
Oh right. Oh, I see. I was
Is
just
that
doing
more
it in, like,
wheel spins? What would be more wheel spins?
aggressive English there. Good gyaru. We love it.
Oh, because they both reached double, didn't they? Hang on.
Okay. What are we holding on to?
So we hit $10 and we hit 10 subs. Is that more wheel spins? How many wheel spins have I done today? 2? Yeah, because we did Ada and then Chap. Okay, fine. We'll do 2 more and then we'll go. All right, 1. You're getting your money's worth, I swear. Chat chooses a stream title. Which we can do or we can respin. Let's see. And then number 2. What?
It'll probably have to be for your next stream.
Maybe so, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, might as well respin that one. So this will be the first one. Ada. And then the other second one, yeah, I see enough respin. Let's just respin it. Makes it easier. Instant gratification.
Yeah.
I may still regret it though.
Maybe.
Oh, ASMR for 2 minutes. It's been a hot minute since I've done this one. I don't know how this will do in the Discord call, so I'm very sorry in advance if it ends up being awful nightmare.
Do you have like a separate stereo microphone for ASMR, or is it just like?
It's just this one with more gain.
Yeah, I think
It's close whispering.
Yeah, I just turned up the gain, honestly.
And yeah, ASMR on this stream is just Odyssey bass boosted.
Basically. All right. I might as well do the Ada in the ASMR. Let me get a timer ready for 2 minutes. And there's a clock, there's a timer, 2 minutes. Is this coming through for ASMR, or do I need to change the gain any?
It's great.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear it.
Then 2 minutes starts right now. And I suppose I should get that Ada out of the way. Ready? Ada. Iko da ne. Kawaii koto. And anything else that I should do while I've got the ASMR going? Does this even count? I think this is just soft talking. Aw, gamer, that's very cute.
Look at that key smash. I love it.
Aw, Jade, I get that reference. Desu. Your streamer whispers into your ear while a man screams gas, ASMR. I'm gonna step on the gas tonight and fly. I'll be a winner. Thank you for the headbats. I'm not a fan of puppeteers, but I've got a nagging fear someone else is pulling out the strings.
Your finesse is sending shivers
Shivers
down
through my spine. Oh gosh. Deadly fantasy. You'll be gone in a single moment. You said goodbye before you go. I don't know how to actually do ASMR. I'm a cheap imitation. We have ASMR at home. People do seem to enjoy this, so maybe Who knows? Maybe
The
if we...
budget store brand ASMR.
Yeah, great Valley ASMR. Yeah, Discord ASMR. Discord, I'm howling at the moon and sleeping in the middle of a summer afternoon. Discord, whatever will we do to make you... Whatever did we do? Sorry, fake fan. To make you take our world away. Discord, are we your prey alone? Or are we just a stepping stone for taking back the throne? Discord, we won't take it anymore. So take your tyranny away. 2, 1, 0. Yeah, all the way I ain't. Yeah, I am not Cottontail. I'm not Alloway. I don't got that. Mom, Odyssey's I thought I was your mom, darling. Not literally. Anyway, so I think that worked out pretty well. Any last questions, comments from Rex Redemptions before we raid Inksy? Exactly. Well put. I love that sound effect.
It's my favorite thing in the whole world.
Yeah.
I had a friend at university who made it his like text tone on his phone, and we just like random initial D jump scare just mid conversation. It would just go wow like that, and I was like, oh wait, what?
I feel like that's up there with like Zen going to the call with. Yes.
Do you know what it's like? It's like having a Seinfeld bass riff accompany you every time you enter a room.
Love it. I love it. I love it. All right, friends. I need to rest my voice and also do a phone call that will make me not rest my voice. But it has been amazing. I'm glad that we could hang out today. That is the emote. If you do not have a subscription, let me get the one going. If you do, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's our raid message. All right, friends. It's Inksy, right? Let me check if Inksy's still going. Pretty sure she is.
Yes, and enjoy yourself at Babscon. Sorry.
You've really been doing a good job of keeping abreast of that. I am reusing your joke against you. That's just how it is. Actually, don't.
You use my own spells against me.
All right, friends. Thank you for that, Pats. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get the raid going. Raid Inksy, and I will see you probably next Tuesday. If I do stream on Monday, I will let you know. But until then, this is Odyssey of Odyssey Irby and my amazing, some of my amazing mods. Oh wait, I need to put y'all back. Here we go. Oh, you're larger on the screen. Okay.
Oh.
All right, we're gonna do that. Drag it down about there. 15 to there. Nice. All right, friends. Yes, we're gonna go ahead and raid Inksy, and I'll see you on Tuesday most likely. Bye bye. Otskare to see. I still need to figure out something other than Otskare to see. I feel like I don't.
It's cute.
I'm glad you think so. All right. Nani? All right. Bye. And I'm hitting the button now, and